Welcome to the 20-year rebuild of the Minnesota Vikings. I did a Giants 20-year rebuild last week, and in the comments, I was told to do a Vikings 20-year rebuild. So put in the comments down below who you guys think I should do next for my next 20-year rebuild. We're going to look over the roster. We got JJ McCarthy at quarterback. I think they just traded away Sam Howell and signed Carson Wentz. So I'm going to do that real quick. We got Aaron Jones at running back, receiver, obviously Jay Jettas. Jordan Addison suspended for 3 games. We got Rondale Moore. We got tight end TJ Hawk. I still can't believe that the Lions gave him to a division rival, but you know, it is what it is. Christian Darrisaw is here, Ryan Kelly, Brian O'Neill, Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel. I forgot he existed. Jonathan Allen is here as well. And then linebacker Blake Cashman, Ivan Pace, he's young. Byron Murphy is here. Isaiah Rodgers as well. Jeff Okudah, the former Lion, is also on this team. Harrison Smith. And yeah, that's pretty much all the notable people on this team so far. And then looking at the draft picks here, projected draft pick 24, and then have 2 and 3, no 5th round, and no 6th round. A bunch of 7th rounders. You can always turn that into some good picks, but not with me. I'm going to just sim past those. So I'm going to do that real quick with Sam Howell. I'm going to look up the trade, make sure that I get the Sam Howell trade correct, and then start this rebuild. Let me look real quick. All right, so I'm not exactly sure how the Vikings gave away a 2026 6th round pick with Howell, but I gave away a 2027 6th round, a 2026 7th round, and I got the 5th round pick from this year and a 7th round pick next year from the Eagles. And I'm going to go ahead and sign Carson Wentz in the free agency. And then it is rumored that the Vikings will get Christian Wilkins. Not confirmed, so I'm not going to sign him. If he does get signed in the next 5 minutes, I'll be able to sign him, but highly doubt it. We're just going to make sure there's no update. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we got nothing. So no kiss on the forehead from Christian Wilkins here. We're just going to go to the regular season, make sure my depth chart is all set up, and then get started on this 20-year rebuild. JJ McCarthy might have a Jackson Dart-like career. If you guys didn't watch Giants 20-year rebuild, go ahead and watch that. For those of you who don't want to watch that, I'll just tell you. Dart had 4 Super Bowls and 5 appearances. So we're hoping to get somewhat of the same performance out of JJ McCarthy. I think they're around the same age, right? I think JJ's a year or 2 older than him. Oh, no, he's the exact same age. I forgot he was 21 coming out of college because he did get injured in year 1. So we didn't even get to see his production. We unfortunately got to only see it in the preseason, and you can't judge anything based off the preseason. I mean, the Giants went 3-0. That's how you know you can't judge anything off the preseason. But my stuff is all set. We're just going to sim to the playoffs. We're an 86 overall team, so we should be able to make the playoffs in year 1. Kevin O'Connell is the head coach over there. Some argue that he is the hottest coach in the league. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Who the hottest coach in the league is. I don't even know why I said that. I'm also going to move my camera down here in the bottom left corner of the screen. We went 2-15. What could possibly be the reason for going 2-15? JJ McCarthy is the reason. 3.1k yards, 20 touchdowns, 21 picks, 59% completion percentage, 74.3 passer rating. That might be an NFL record. Aaron Jones has only 3 touchdowns on the ground. Addison led the way, not Jefferson. Jefferson's probably going to lose the Superstar X Factor this year because of that as well. Hawkinson didn't have a good year either. Defensively, Grenard, 13.5 sacks. Van Ginkel, 15 sacks. And we had no interceptions as a defense. So, a lot to work on here. We're not moving on from JJ McCarthy. If I didn't move on from Jackson Dart after 2 years in a row of sucking, I'm not going to move on from JJ McCarthy after his first year starting. Does he have traits? No, he does not. That might be why. All right, so I set the traits up with JJ McCarthy. I'm not sure if they do anything, but they... I don't know if it did have an impact on the last time I did it, but Jackson Dart played amazing, so I'm going to hope that it has something to do with that. Otherwise, I'm just an idiot. But we're going to look at the Super Bowl here in the 2025 season. And the Super Bowl is going to go to the division rival Detroit Lions, their first ever Super Bowl appearance and win in the same year. So we're going to look at the coaching carousel. I mean, if you go, you got to get rid of everybody. If you go 2 and whatever, it's not worth it. O'Connell, we're going to hire as our offensive coordinator, bring him back to the team. And then defensively, Kevin Stefanski is a pretty nice one to have as your defensive coordinator. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we have Kevin Stefanski and Kevin O'Connell as our coaches for the future. We're going to go ahead to the re-sign players week and see who the Vikings need to re-sign this year. We're going to have auto-generated rookies and then players ready to negotiate. Okay, so we had Jordan Addison. We're going to accept. Ooh, we have no money. So luckily this team's a good overall because I can't even do anything right now. I'm going to franchise tag Ivan Pace. Let me go ahead and do that. Negative $15 million in cap, so I can't do anything in the free agency. But we can do something in the draft. So we're going to go ahead and send me the draft. We definitely have pick 1. So that is good news in order to expand this team and grow it out and try to develop as much as we can early on. I'll take a shit. All right, I just completely obliterated my toilet, but it is time to go ahead and do the draft. And I have not looked at the draft at all. So we're going to go into this blind like I've been doing.
Welcome.
All right, make my selection at round 1, pick 1. The option here is probably to trade down or take one of these guys. I mean, Tavares Green is the #1 projected player. I don't really have him scouted that much, but with him being the #1 projected player, we do need a little bit of cornerback help. We don't really need edge rusher help, and he is 21 years old. So we're going to go ahead and do this draft. Here we go. Tavares Green is my pick at #1 overall. He's ranked at #2. I'm at #1. 96 speed, 95 acceleration, hidden development player. If I had to guess, the player above him is probably very high up there, like an 80-something overall. If I had to guess. But I have no idea. I could be completely wrong about that. We're just going to make 2 more picks here. We're going to need some line help for our man JJ McCarthy. Keep him protected. Ooh, that's a bit of a reach, but he is still a hidden. So I'm okay with reaching there to get a hidden. Because as long as you get a hidden, that is all that you really need in these drafts. You can always develop them and get them up. All right, tight end. He's the only one I have scouted the most, so we're going to go with him. Clayton Carter, welcome to the team. You're going to back up TJ Hawk Daddy. And, oh, he's only normal. Okay, anyways, that's going to end the draft. All right, so looking at the draft recap, 82 overall corner, and there was a guy ranked above him. So like I said, he's going to be in the 80s. 86 overall, Cam Clifton, picked at 21. That is ridiculous. That's the highest I've ever seen in a draft. And in one of my solo franchises, I did draft an 85 overall recently. So an 86 is ridiculous. This class was actually stacked. I haven't seen one stacked like this in a while. But in my opinion, although we didn't get the best overall, we still did get the better of the players. I mean, how could you not say a 96 speed, 95 excel, 92 agility corner is good? I mean, like, change of direction even high. His juke move, his spin move. This guy is insane. Catching's an 89, so you could pretty much play him as the best corner in the league. I mean, this is ridiculous. How is he possibly less of an overall? Zone coverage, maybe? Yeah, zone coverage, but he's better man. Oh, his power, his hit power. Okay. 99 overall hit power. Dude. Okay, so this is the team going into year 2. Aaron Jones went down in overall and dev trait. He's now a star, so that's not good news. We're not going to bench him yet. We're going to keep him there. Justin Jefferson did not go down. He's still a superstar X Factor. Addison's still a star. We're going to go to defensively, and we did get this corner who is good. We need a defensive tackle signing, and we need some linebackers in order to improve this defense, but I don't think we have any money. Yeah, negative 14 million. I wasn't actually going to pick up Corey Boarquez. I was just kind of checking to see what we have here. All right, so we're going to set the lineup, the depth chart, and we're also going to go into the Coach Central and try some of these abilities in order to make JJ McCarthy really transform into that player that we might have gotten if he didn't get injured. You never know. But we are going to go ahead and just get a bunch of his training stuff up and make sure that we make him the best of the best he could possibly be. All right, so he's a 77 overall, so honestly, I might keep him for another year, even after this, but we might draft a quarterback if we so need this year. We don't know how it's going to look by the end of the year. The scheme fit, the best one I see is an 86 overall, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, the team is all set with how they are set up. Again, we're really lacking in the defensive department, but we cannot do anything with that yet. We are going to sit into the playoffs and see how this team is doing. 12-5 in year 2, so immediately it is a huge turnaround from 2-15 to 12-5. We're going to go ahead and look at the stats and see what happened. McCarthy, 25-8. So it's an okay year, nothing crazy. 3,300 yards rushing. Aaron Jones, 1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns. McCarthy had 6 on the ground as well. Receiving, why is Ty Felton the one that is just balling out right here? Addison and Jefferson had a terrible year. Justin Jefferson, I mean, not like if you're a third string wide receiver, this is a good year, but he is a superstar X factor. That is a bad year out of Justin Jefferson. Defensively, Grenard 17.5 sacks, Van Ginkel 15, and interception wise, the corner that we drafted at number 1 overall put up 6 interceptions. So maybe that wins him Defensive Rookie of the Year for the NFC. It does. And then AFC Defensive Rookie of the Year is not Cam Clifton. So we did make the right pick. Clifton is just a bum. And we're going to sim to the next week. We did get the bye week because the NFC is so ass. So we're simming to the divisional week now. And we're going to see. We're going to see what the Vikings have in store in the playoffs. So the last time the Vikings made the playoffs. The last time the Vikings made the playoffs is when they were with Kirk Cousins in Minnesota with the Giants. Is that what it was? The Giants game? And the Giants just destroyed them. So we're going to look at the intro in Minnesota. I actually haven't seen this one yet because I haven't played the Vikings in any of my leagues. So I'm assuming that's Randy Moss blowing the horn. Yeah, Randy Moss in there blowing the horn for the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway here in Minnesota in the divisional round against the division rival Green Bay Packers. We're up 14-10. At the start of the half, we're up 17-10, 20-10 now. Green Bay is going to go down and score. It's going to be 2017, 27-17. And it's going to be a victory for Minnesota, winning 34-17. Aaron Jones gets revenge on his former team in the playoffs, and Jordan Love cannot put it together. 52% completion percentage today is not going to get it done. We are moving on to the conference championship here in year 2 after going 2-15 the year before. So that is a huge turnaround for this team. In the conference championship now, and we're going to see who we are going up against. The Philadelphia Eagles. I think the last times the Vikings played the Eagles in the playoffs was when they got absolutely shit on after beating the Saints with the Minneapolis Miracle. I can't speak English. And we're going to go down and not score. The Eagles are going to go down and score a field goal. Oh, no. And the Eagles are not going to score here. Vikings can't score again, picking off Jalen Hurts, finally getting a touchdown out of that and going up 7-6 before the half ends. 7-6 is your score still going to the fourth quarter. 5 minutes left in the game. We got picked off. McCarthy cannot get it done. And we are just going to simulate 4th down and 6. Early here in the career of JJ McCarthy and a great playoff appearance here. We're going to lose probably. Lobbing that to Justin Jefferson down the sideline. And Justin Jefferson just scores a touchdown here on the Philadelphia Eagles' heads. We got to go for a 2-point conversion in order to make it a 3-point game. A 3-point game. And hope that they go for a field goal to try to tie it and miss it. We're going to go for that. Hawkinson catches the ball, and the 2-point is good. So we go up by 3. We're going to go play by play. The Eagles are already in field goal range almost. And yeah, they're in field goal range here. And they're going to miss it. They're not going to get the field goal. It's 15-12. And we are moving on to the Super Bowl in year 2. Already a beautiful start to this franchise. I mean, we didn't do that with the Giants. So this is it. We are going to the Super Bowl. Minnesota has a chance at their first ever Super Bowl. Not their first ever Super Bowl appearance. I think they made it to 4 or 5 at this point. And we're going up against the Houston Texans. Both teams are playing for their first ever Super Bowl, led by the young quarterbacks J.J. McCarthy and C.J. Stroud. So we are going to go ahead and see who will win this game. Who wants it more, J.J. McCarthy or C.J. Stroud? Which one of these young quarterbacks, young superstar quarterbacks at this point, want their Super Bowl more? McCarthy had a complete turnaround this year from last year. And CJ Stroud and the Texans have just always had that dog in them since CJ Stroud has joined. So there it is. Jay Jettas can win his first. McCarthy can win his first. That rookie corner we drafted could win his first. We don't know what is going to happen. All I know is that we were up 7-0 early here in the first quarter. They're going to go down and score. 7-7 ball game in the second quarter. We cannot go ahead and score. 10-7 ball game. Ooh, 17-7. The game is slipping away from us. 24-7. We are going to get destroyed. Oh my God. 31-7. We did not have it in us today. 31-15. And the game is over. 34-15. Final score. CJ Stroud and the Texans go ahead and win. And the Vikings have now lost, I believe, 5 Super Bowls here in the year 2026. Very unfortunate for this Minnesota team to go ahead and lose, but Darrisaw did get injured that game, so that might have led to a bunch of sacks from this Texans defense. We never know what happened. But all I know is that the game slipped away from us, and the Minnesota Vikings lose yet another Super Bowl. First of the video, though. First Super Bowl appearance of the video, so yeah, that is the 5th Super Bowl loss from this Minnesota Vikings franchise. And Tavarius Green did win Defensive Rookie of the Year, so I think we made the right pick at number 1. Jonathan Allen has retired from this team, so we're going to look at my retirements. I'm going to see probably 2 or 3. Yeah, 2. Pat O'Donnell, my punter, retired, and Jonathan Allen retired as well. So we have $41 million in cap space to work with, and we go to the re-sign players week and see who we have to re-sign. Players ready to negotiate. We're going to accept the option on JJ McCarthy only for the fact that he hasn't really proven himself yet with this team. We made it to the Super Bowl. I know we did, but he still has yet to just ball out, and I'm waiting to see that. Aaron Jones, I'm not going to resign. There's no point. You're a little too old for my liking. Ryan Kelly, the same. Ivan Pace, I'm probably going to try to get. Dallas Turner, James Madison, or Jordan Madison. I can't speak English. I'm not going to resign. Van Ginkel, I would love to resign, but he's a little too old at this point in his career to give him as much money as he wants. So we're just going to lowball him a little bit. And he's back. He's back. I mean, he's a superstar now. He went up to a superstar in this sim, so I cannot be upset with that. Ivan Pace is back with the team, and Dallas Turner I'm going to accept the option on you as well. Again, Jordan Mason, I'm not going to re-sign, and Brian O'Neill, the 31-year-old, is expecting too much with his money. We have $26 million to work with in the free agency period, so we're going to go ahead and sim to next week and see if we can make a splash signing with our money. We only have $25 million to work with, so we might not be able to do it. Kyle Hamilton would be a huge one to get. Zach Charbonnet wouldn't be a bad one to get. Kyle Hamilton would probably be my signing here. 7-year deal. Gonna go ahead and do this. I mean, 18 teams want him. We are green, but I don't know if he is going to sign with us. And Charbonnet doesn't have anyone bidding on him, so I'm just going to go ahead and simulate this. We did not get Kyle Hamilton. He went to the Seattle Seahawks, and Charbonnet is still here. So we're going to go ahead and put our money on him and hope that he's going to be a franchise running back for us as the Giants go ahead and have him in their sights. We're going to go ahead and try to rob him from the Giants. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him. We might not be able to make a single signing here, which is kind of crazy to think about, especially with the way this team is set up. You'd expect them to make a single signing would be nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and just simulate the eval offer. Zach Charbonnet signed with me, and Jawan Johnson still has yet to sign, but maybe I got him just now. I did. So I got Jawan Johnson and Zach Charbonnet. So hopefully Charbonnet becomes my top running back and my franchise running back in this rebuild here. But, yeah, I mean, we got to take a step back, and overall, defensively, we need to make some, like, big drafts here. Big draftings. Again, that miss on Kyle Hamilton is really going to stunt my defense back big time. If we were able to land him, who knows what would have happened with this team. But I do got to sign a punter. I just remembered my punter retired. Stonehouse wants to come to us, so we're going to lowball him and get him on a 5-year deal as well, since he's the only punter with interest in us. And let's see, maybe a linebacker would be nice if there's any in here. Blake Cashman, Logan Wilson. I don't have the money for Logan Wilson, but we are going to offer and hope that we get Logan Wilson. So that's going to do it for the free agency period. We're going to send it to the draft here and try to draft as much talent as we can. Last draft, we had an amazing draft, so we're going to hope to replicate that here, although it's going to be really hard considering we went to the Super Bowl. we are going to have a low pick. Skipping ahead to our pick, we are pick 31. Like I said, we're going to have a low pick. We're going to hope that this team scouted somewhat, but I doubt it because the game is broken. Yep, didn't scout anything. Okay, a wide receiver would be pretty cool, but that's not what I want. Ooh, a tight end. Wouldn't it be such a bad pick? 6'5", 264? Yeah, we're going to bite the bullet. Clay Hawkinson, welcome to the team. So, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was about him, but I don't know. I just wanted to pick him. It was just like a calling that I had to get him. Even though I could have got Carl Harrell at this point instead. We're going to sign a left we're going to draft a can't speak English. We're going to draft a left tackle. Nicholas Gordon, left tackle. Welcome to the team. He is a good pick. He's a hidden development player. We got him almost 30 picks later. And we're going to look at pick 95 here. This is going to be our last pick of this draft. We're going to see if we can get anybody of value, but I highly doubt it. Another left tackle. Yeah, I mean, we could always switch him to right tackle and build up this line, but he might not be good. Yeah, he's atrocious. Okay, draft recap. We have a 75 overall left tackle, 73 overall tight end, and then the rest of the picks were ass. We're going to look at the draft and see if there are any high overalls here. 81 and 81. We did miss out on a 76 overall corner, which was Isaiah Monk. And Walter Mills, the right edge that I was looking at as well. I was looking at Owen Valentine, 76 overall. So did miss out on a few people here, but it is okay. Our team is starting to shape up here in the third year of this rebuild. That is number one priority. It's the defensive tackle, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get one. We have no money again to start the season, so there's send to the regular season and maybe sign one there. All right, Sunday night prime time against the Philadelphia Eagles. They are a higher overall than us. Not surprising because we started off with no money for this rebuild. To generate the best lineup and see who we have. So the tight end that we just drafted is actually going to be a fullback for this season. He's a high overall fullback. So I might just switch him, honestly. Ooh, our left tackle looks like he might have got injured. He did. Out one more week. That's a big injury in order to start the season. All right, but again, like I said, we need a defensive tackle. Do we have money to sign anybody? Even Sebastian Joseph Day would be a huge signing for us, even though he's old. He's still a 79 overall defensive tackle. It would be nice to have someone in that position, and we have no money. So we cannot do that. I mean, our oldest player is Andrew Van Ginkel, and I got him back for a few more years. And Logan Wilson is also kind of old. Yeah, I don't know. We don't really have much trade value. I mean, TJ Hawkinson might be the best of the best with trade value. Bernard is still playing really good. It's just Hawkinson's really not. So I might trade, I might not. Depends on how we're doing midseason. 4-2 at the midseason mark, so not going to make a trade. Charbonnet is out for this game, unfortunately. And the backup running back is also out. So we have our third string running back in. McCarthy, 15 for 3 on the year so far. And receiving-wise, Addison leads the way. Jefferson in second. Ty Felton in third. Hawkinson, another bum year out of him, which is kind of depressing to look at. And then defensively, Van Ginkel has 4 sacks, and he's leading the way, so it's a good choice to get him back. Byron Murphy leads the way with 1 interception. So, yeah, I don't know. Not going to make a trade. We're just going to send him ahead to the playoffs. Hopefully the injuries with Charbonnet and the backup running back aren't too hurtful to this team, because that would really suck if it was a big injury and it was a few weeks and it knocked us out of the playoffs because of the injuries. But, you know, it just kind of sucks because you signed someone in free agency to be your franchise running back and he gets injured during the season. Like, it's tough. It is tough. It is a huge hit to the cap, especially since he's not playing games. I'm going to go ahead to the playoffs and see, do we make it? We missed the playoffs at 7-10. The fans absolutely hate me. 7% approval rating after year 3. And McCarthy, 31 for 9. So he is obviously going to be the starting quarterback for a long time here. And Charbonnet only had 1 rushing touchdown on the ground. He played 12 games. I mean, McCarthy almost was my leading rusher. Okay, another down year. Jefferson did very good. Jordan Addison did good. Hawkinson, I mean, he put up 8 touchdowns, so I can't complain with that. Van Ginkel, 16.5. Grenard did so bad that I might trade him in the offseason. And Tavarius Green continues to ball out with this team. So a very unfortunate year this year. Did get plagued by injuries at midseason. So, yeah, I mean, we only ended up winning 3 games after the midseason sim. So it does look like the injuries haunted us this year. Very unfortunate year, as I feel like we could have competed for a Super Bowl again. Unfortunately, we cannot. And we do have to look forward to the coaching carousel and kind of just get rid of our defensive coordinator. The position is open. We're going to look forward to a defensive coordinator here. John Grant might be the signing for defensive coordinator. Gonna sign John Grant here as my defensive coordinator. And Gannon is here just to develop the young quarterback, JJ McCarthy. So we're going to go ahead and go into him and make sure the training XP is increased every single week that this player development one is on. We're going to make sure to develop our young guys here. I just went in and did all of that. We're going to sim to next week. The Eagles win the Super Bowl against the Cleveland Browns. We have $37 million to work with. Grenard, I'm going to let walk in the free agency, unfortunately. It would be great to trade him at midseason, but we had a chance to compete and we just fell apart. So that very, very much sucks. We're going to try to get Jordan Addison back, and he's out of this team. Can't really blame him with our production recently. We did just make the Super Bowl last year, though, so it's a little interesting. And I think Hawkinson just re-signed. So hopefully we get some production out of him. So we're going to let Jordan Addison walk. We're going to accept the 5th-year option on a left guard. And we're just going to go into the free agency and see what we have, because we're going to have money to work with now with Addison not coming back. And I'm not going to franchise tag him either. Crazy decision, I know. He's been really good for us. But going to have to do it. Jahmyr Gibbs is in free agency. So getting away a bunch of old players here. Logan Wilson's a 32-year-old. Will Fries is a 30-year-old. And then Josh Metellus is a 30-year-old. So we're getting rid of a lot of people to free up cap space in order to make some big moves in the free agency. And the first big move is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm going to try to land him. The former Detroit Lion, so they are a division rival. But I'm just going to put my money on him and see if he wants to come to us. I would love to have Jahmyr Gibbs. Him and Charbonnet would destroy the league. So hopefully that's what we could get. Jack Campbell would be a nice addition. Jordan Addison would be a nice addition. Do I just take the gamble and hope that I can land someone else? These guys are so good. I want Landon Dickerson, but I'd rather Aleem McNeil. Just expecting $52 million, which paired with Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be too much. I'm going to bite the bullet. He went to the Chiefs. However, I did sign Evan Williams. So I did make a move. Why does it say they only have $4 million left? I should have $34 million left. There we go. So I didn't get Jahmyr Gibbs. Would have changed this team, man. Would have changed this team. And Jordan Addison goes ahead and goes to the Rams. So the 26-year-old, 88 overall player goes to the Los Angeles Rams. And we got to try to make a move here. We got to make a big splash signing in order to start winning Super Bowls here. But we are in first. I did not mean to eval. Oh, it means I just lost Landon Dickerson. Oh. Well, I accidentally evaled there, so that might hurt us a little bit. But it's okay. Because Dickerson was a lot of money, and I might not have been able to get him anyways. So I might be able to get him, but I doubt it. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be in a bid battle. Oh, I might have got him. Did I get him? Not yet. Okay, so I won't know till next week. And I'm not even going to see next week, am I? Okay, so the offense is at 89 overall. Defensively, horrific. All right, so we made our defensive tackle signing of this free agency. We only have $280,000 to work with. So I cannot make another signing, but I am going to try to trade for one more person. All right, so Jaquan Brisker is coming to the team for Andrew Van Ginkel. He's a superstar X Factor, and he is very old at this point in his career. I think he was 32, 33. So we just needed to make some defensive moves in order to bring up the defensive overall. And we just did that. Jaquan Brisker's here, and we did sign Newton as well. So we do need to look in the draft for another cornerback to pair with Green and a linebacker. So I did give away the pick that I got from the whatever team I traded with. I don't remember. But I did give away that draft pick, which is very unfortunate because I would have loved 2 first rounders. I probably could have traded away a second rounder, honestly, for Jaquan, because I think he's on his last year of his deal. But it's okay. We're going to go into this draft, And we're going to get some defensive players. We have an 89 overall offense, so we definitely don't need an offense. We do need defense, though, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Welcome to the team, Juan Alexander. You are now a Minnesota Viking. Oh, no, that's such a bad draft. Okay, not such a bad pick with Tim Holmes. He is only a normal development, but this draft doesn't seem as stacked as the last couple have been. So maybe I'm wrong and I'm just drafting wrong, but it doesn't seem to be that way. And for shits and giggles, just going to get Rich Ferguson here as a backup quarterback. Ranked number 111 in true value. He does have hidden 85 speed, 92 throw power. McCarthy might be losing his job. So the quarterback was a 70 overall, 21-year-old. I don't know, McCarthy. He's still a star. He's at 84 overall at this point in his career. But has he really put up the numbers to justify him being the starting quarterback all season? We made it to a Super Bowl with him, but we could just Jared Goff his ass and get rid of him trade value. Last year's deal, trade value, get a defensive player out of it, and build around this rookie quarterback. Do they want him this bad? They do want him this bad. A first and a second round out of JJ McCarthy. I probably could have got another pick out of him. I probably should have got another pick out of him. A first rounder next year for JJ as well. But we did land the Cowboys' first round pick and second round pick. So we do have a big draft coming up in order to build around this quarterback. And then defensively, did they automatically switch? They did. Juan Alexander went to right edge and Dallas Turner went to left edge. So we do need to actually trade. That's right. I needed to trade for a defensive player. That was the whole point. Okay. We just got Clifton, which was the guy who was the generational talent that the Bengals drafted right before my guy, which was the cornerback that I drafted. So we did make a big defensive splash, getting rid of the old players, TJ Hawkinson and Juwan Johnson, and then a bunch of picks, a second rounder this year, a third round next year, a second round in 3 years from now, and then a first round pick this year that we just got in the trade for JJ McCarthy. So we did make that big defensive splash, like I said we were going to. We are an 83 overall team with an 80 overall defense. However, I am going to make the switch to... We're actually going to move Cam Clifton, the guy I just traded for, to a corner. He goes down a few overalls, but the pairing of Cam Clifton and that guy I drafted the... that was his name. Clayton? We go to the cornerbacks here. Let me just show you real quick. The Tavarius Green and Cam Clifton together make this secondary kind of lethal, to be quite honest with you. And this roster is starting to shape up. We're starting to look like an actual team. We do have a rookie quarterback, so it is kind of getting a little bit scary here. All right, and then free agency-wise, we're going to sign Cam Little if we have money. Plenty of money this year. Oh, my God. And then... I would like a defensive tackle here. Grover Stewart is calling my name. He's an 85 overall. He's 34 years old, but he is an 85 overall. We're going to sign whatever that name is, and then we're going to go ahead and sign... We're going to sign Grover Stewart. We're going to do it. We're going to bite the bullet on Grover Stewart. I feel like this team can be really competitive this year, and in order to be competitive, you need star players on your team. Simple as that. 85 overall, I really can't pass up this opportunity. And I wouldn't have to pass up this opportunity if I did get Christian Wilkins in the beginning of the video. I don't know if it would have been realistic or not getting him. I'm okay with missing out on him in order to make this team somewhat of a powerhouse later on in the video here. I think it's time to switch Hawkinson back to tight end and just ditch the whole fullback idea. It was nice while Hawkinson was here, but he's no longer here, and Hawkinson is actually pretty good. So replacing Hawkinson with Hawkinson is kind of funny, but we are going to do it. We're going to make that change back to tight end. He's going to fulfill his roles here in Minnesota and be a tight end for this team, the starting tight end for this team, that is. Again, the linebackers are really a big problem. I'm very interested to see if that move really does help us with getting rid of McCarthy. I don't know. I don't know. Yikes, mid-season 1-6. So this McCarthy deal is looking to shape up very bad. How are the Cowboys doing with him? 2-5, so actually they didn't even look any better. Why are we 2-6 at this point? 6 touchdowns and 9 picks. Went ahead and put some traits on Rich Ferguson. I don't think it's going to be possible for us to come back this season, but if it is possible, this is going to be the reason why. He had some really bad traits on him before. Like, yeah, we're 1-6. It's pretty much impossible. Okay, Roma Dunze is coming to this team. We really missed the mark with Zach Charbonnet, and I'm okay with moving on from him. We did give a few picks as well. But we do have a young running back who is a star development player, and I'm probably going to sign one as well. Roma Dunze just came to this team to try to, I don't even know at this point, make us better and bring us to the playoffs, but I don't know. Yeah, 4-13, didn't really turn it around. I mean, 1-6 to start the season is not going to really get turned around at all. 15 for 15 this year, Rich Ferguson. Very low amount of yards as a whole entire offense. It's time to move on from Jonathan Gannon. I'm okay with saying that. We made a mistake. Simple as that. I mean, the Giants win the Super Bowl 29-28. Who's their quarterback? I don't know. So again, we were in the Super Bowl in 2026. The year's only 2028. So it's going a lot better than the Giants rebuild was. It's just a matter of decision making. And at this point, what do I do? You know, defensively we were great. Offensively we were horrific. So we're gonna look to sign one of these coaches. Kevin O'Connell, make his way back to the team. Yeah, the third straight year in a row, I think it was, or whatever. So Kevin O'Connell's back on this team. As funny as that is. For the second time now. Ooh, my God. This is a rough one. That's just... Damn. Doesn't even want to come to me. That's how bad this team has been. I'm going to go with a 9 and a 10. And Dallas Turner's back. So we're going to lose a wide receiver, which is completely fine. We did make that trade for Roma Dunze, so we're going to pair Justin Jefferson and a Dunze. Was Justin Jefferson in the... That's right. Jefferson is here. So that's probably why we have so much money. It's his contract year. And he's back. Justin Jefferson is back. He's locked down. Felton's gone. Brisker he traded for is gone. But we went 4-13 this year, so not a lot of people would come back to us. But we are looking at the free agency class. We have a lot of money to spend, and I'm ready to spend. Not a great free agency class, not going to lie. But Pacheco, 87 overall superstar running back, would be huge to land. We're not going to. We're going to go ahead and put our money on Shamar Stewart and try to upgrade this defense. We need some big signings defensively in order to keep this team afloat. Letting Josh Metellus walk was a bad decision, and we're actually going to go ahead and lowball him and hope that he comes to this team. Elijah Molden wants to come to us. He's also old, so we're going to go ahead and lowball him as well. And then Jack Kaiser would be a good signing. We're going to go to my signings. Hopefully we get 5 for 5. We only got 1. I don't understand why not a single running back ever wants to come to us. It's actually kind of frustrating at this point. Scatabo just won the Super Bowl MVP, by the way. And he's in the free agency asking for backup money. Nice one, EA. It is frustrating not seeing a running back want to come to us. We had a chance at Jahmyr Gibbs, and we had a chance at our guy right here, Pacheco. But maybe we draft one. I don't even know what else to say. Metellus has officially signed to us. We got him back. All right, so this is the team for this year of the rebuild here. I honestly do not hate what I'm looking at. We have a very young core to build off of, and I think that we have a chance to do very good this season in terms of record. And I hope that we do make the playoffs. We're going to sim right to them. 2029 season. 8-9 missed the playoffs. We do have an 87 overall team. 91 offense, 87 defense. Absolutely crazy we keep missing the playoffs. 37 passing touchdowns. 9 picks on the year. Rushing. Scatterbo almost had 1,000 yards. 14 games played, so he would have hit it. Unfortunately, he did get injured. Receiving-wise, Jefferson had a good year. Adunze, great year. Clayton Carter, the tight end, had a good year. Hawkinson didn't really play the tight end position as much as I thought he was going to. Shamar Stewart led the way. Free agent signing, I believe. And Juan Alexander, I drafted him. I remember drafting him. And Cam Clifton had 2 picks. And Tim Holmes had a pick. No Varies. Interesting. I mean, I don't see why I would fire anybody. We had an 8-9 season. We didn't do what I thought we were going to do. Fans have a 0% approval rating of me. That is ridiculous. I don't blame them, to be quite honest with you, but 0% I've never seen before. That is something new. We have to re-sign a couple players here. We have $75 million to work with in the free agency class. So with that being said, we are going to make some re-signings here and then maybe have a chance at someone in the free agency. Clay Hawkinsons. Oh my God, I can't speak English. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Vinny Graff, I want to re-sign. And Donovan Jackson, I also want to re-sign. So maybe we won't have that much money to work with. Okay, he doesn't want to re-sign with me. Vinny Graff. And maybe Donovan Jackson wants to re-sign with me, hopefully. Yep. So Graff is gone. We can afford to lose one lineman here, to be quite honest with you. Clayton Carter, I don't think he wants to come back to me. Yeah. All right, so that's my team. That's my re-signings here. We're going to sim to the free agency class, and we're going to see what happens. Who will be in the free agency class, and who can I get for this team to bring us to a Super Bowl? Joe Burrow is in the free agency with one team interested in him. Quinnen Williams is here, but he's too old for my liking for a defensive tackle. Aleem McNeil, you asshole. You could have been with this team, and he did not want to come. Ooh. Charbonnet's in the free agency. That is kind of funny. I have a free shot at a wide receiver 3. Obviously going to take that decision to go ahead and move forward with that. We have tight ends. Don't need tight ends. We can afford to lose a guard. We do need to look over here at defensively getting some players because we have been struggling. And we're going to go ahead and see, do I get all 5 of these signings? Joe Burrow would have been so nice to have. Don't have the money. He's asking for way too much. $79.7 million a year. He has some interest in my team, though. We're going to see who Joe Burrow signs to. And Joe Burrow goes to... no one yet. So he's still there. I could get him. My signings, we made all 5 signings, baby. We are building up this young team. And we will win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, I promise you. Who will Joe Burrow go to? The Las Vegas Raiders signing a $319 million contract. 4-year, $319 million contract. 77 overall tight end. Yeah. Yeah, I made the right choice. 1-5 at the mid-season mark. I think it's just the playbooks, man. All right, so made some playbook changes. It's very disappointing at this point in the rebuild to be going 1-5. We're gonna look at the stats. Ferguson, 10 touchdowns, 3 picks. Scatterbo's doing okay. Receiving, Jefferson's doing great. Legette's doing good. Romadunze's okay so far. I mean, we just have to make some turnovers. That's really, I think, what it is. We're the worst offense in terms of yards. And then defensively, we are first. So maybe the playbooks make a change. I switched to KC and Philly. So we're going to see what happens. KC offense, Philly defense. 12-5. We just won the conference. So they said this year it's not going to be dependent on playbooks, but obviously it's dependent on playbooks. I hate that it's dependent on playbooks. 47 passing touchdowns, 8 picks. Yeah, that is the clearest of days. Of hey, listen, everything is dependent on playbooks. There's just nothing else here. I mean, it's ridiculous that it even has to come down to that, but it is literally all dependent on playbooks. So stupid. But does that win MVP? That does not. Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. But we're back in the playoffs. The year's 2029. We made it in 2026, I believe it was, with JJ McCarthy. So Rich Ferguson here, looking to be the best Vikings quarterback of all time and win us a Super Bowl. Literally, if you win a Super Bowl in the first year as a Viking, second year as a Viking, whatever it is, you're the best Vikings quarterback of all time because no other quarterback could have got it done in Minnesota. We're down 3-0 early. Okay, late in the second quarter here, we're going to go down 10-0. A minute left, and we're not going to be able to score. We're going to go down and not score again. 10-0 game, 10-7 game. 17-7 game, and it is not looking too hot for us. 17-14. Can we go ahead, Rich Ferguson, and get it done? We need to score one singular touchdown to win this game. We're on 3rd down and 18. I'm going to step in real quick and win it for the team. Ferguson looking to get it done for Minnesota. Here we go. Throwing that. Tight end. Hawkinson throws off a man, and it's 4th down and 9. Game on the line. Final play of this game if we cannot get it. What will it be? What will it be? Ferguson to throw it. Jefferson's open. Jefferson has the 1st down, and we are going to call timeout. And it's 1st down and 10 for this Minnesota Vikings team. We're throwing that real quick to Xavier Legette, and he's going to get a gain of 9. We're going to go. We're not going to go hurry up because it didn't let me. We have 1 timeout to work with. 30 seconds left and counting. Snapping the ball. Here we go. Ferguson to throw it. Ferguson to throw it. Legette cannot make the catch. It was almost picked off. A great play defensively by this Giants defense. And it is 25 seconds left on the clock. 3rd down and 1. Ferguson to throw it. Throwing to the tight end. Cannot get out of bounds. Hawkinson just get upfield and hopefully set us up with a good play to get into the end zone. 21 seconds to go. We have time for a bunch of plays if we do not get sacked here. So let's try to not get sacked. That would be huge. Here we go. Ferguson stepping up. Throwing that to the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Ferguson to throw it. His tight end's open. He's got a man open. Hawkinson makes a catch. Fighting man off and cannot get there. I think we just lost. Final play of the game. Jefferson's open. Justin Jefferson touchdown. We just won the game. We did not lose. We did not lose at the goal line. Jefferson wins the game for this Minnesota Vikings team. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-20 victory. Very intense game to advance this Vikings team with the first playoff win for Rich Ferguson and this Vikings team. We were here a few years ago. We did win and advance to the Super Bowl, but we are going up against the Washington Commanders, who do have a few injuries on their team. We don't have any. So we have a chance to go up against the Chiefs or the Raiders in the Super Bowl. And we're going to go ahead and jump in and sim and see what happens. Picking off Daniels early, and we go up 7-0, 7-3 ball game. We're going to probably score here 14-3. The Commanders score. It's 14-10, 21-10, 21-18, 3-point ball game. We are leading. We cannot score. They can't score. We can. 28-18, and we're going to win this game 28-18. And the Vikings, for the first time with Rich Ferguson, advance to the Super Bowl. It is their 2nd time in the past. Math, not my strong suit. 3 years, 4 years now? Almost? Yeah, and we're advancing to the Super Bowl. And we're going to see who we play. Will we play the Las Vegas Raiders or the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes? We will play the Kansas City Chiefs, the MVP Patrick Mahomes, and the runner-up Rich Ferguson. The 2 best quarterbacks, the 2 best teams, 12-5, 12-5, going up against each other in the Super Bowl. All right, so the first quarter is underway. We go up 6-0. It looks like we missed a field goal, and the Chiefs are going to go and tie the game 6-6. I think Ferguson threw a pick, if I'm not mistaken. That's a long play for a touchdown. It's 13-6. Now it's 13-9. The Chiefs will come out of half and score a touchdown, it looks like. So it's 2016, and the Chiefs will go down, not score. 2016, the Chiefs go down and score. So we have 2 minutes and 17 seconds left with Ferguson to go down and secure a Super Bowl victory for the first ever time in Minnesota Vikings history. This is their 6th Super Bowl appearance. They are the biggest Super Bowl losers ever, losing 5. And it is, I mean, we lost one with JJ McCarthy. We would love to get this done with Ferguson, make him the best Vikings quarterback of all time. Rolling out right, we're going to have to run, and Ferguson is going to take off for a gain of 7. And we have 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go down the field 63 yards and secure a victory for this team. Can we do it? We're throwing to the tight end. And Hawkinson makes the catch. And Hawkinson is going to get down to midfield. And that is the 2-minute warning in the Super Bowl here. So we lost the last time we were here in this video. And we're not going to lose it this time. We have a mission on our hands. Stop Patrick Mahomes from becoming Tom Brady or better. And Leggett makes a catch down the sideline, turning upfield. We're down to the 17. Did we go out of bounds? No. The clock is rolling. We're going to run with Scatabo, hopefully, to throw the Chiefs off a bit and stop the clock. He's going to get forward for a gain of 7. And he's going to get injured, which actually stops the clock. His second Super Bowl of the video. Not with the team, though. And we're going to see what happens here. It's going to be a run up the middle. And almost a first down. It's 3rd down and 1. Going to keep the clock rolling. Scatabo is out for probably the rest of the game. And this is it right here. If we go into overtime, he might have a chance to come back. But I believe that is it with the pectoral strain. And Ferguson drops back to throw it. On 3rd down and 1, he has a completion to Odunze. And he's going to get down for a first down and goal to go from the 4-yard line. We are just going to let the clock bleed down. That's what we wanted to do there. Not score and let the clock bleed down. And we have a chance to, I guess, make this a somewhat unwinnable game for the Chiefs. I would probably like to go snap the ball and not get in here. He didn't get it. He didn't get in. He didn't get in. He didn't get in. But it did stop the clock, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, he didn't get in. He didn't make the catch. That's what they're going to say. 2nd down and goal. We chewed a little bit of clock off for throwing that. And Odunze has a catch. We are up in this Super Bowl. But we are going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, who cannot get it done. The Minnesota Vikings win their first ever Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs here in the year 2029. Ferguson kneels the ball down, and that is it. Minnesota has secured their first ever Super Bowl. Second appearance in the Super Bowl of this video already, and it is our first win, beating Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And here it is Commissioner Roger Goodell handing it off to Thor Odinson, the coach of the Minnesota Vikings. And he's going to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. I don't know why I had an accent when I said that. With Rich Ferguson, Justin Jefferson, and the rest of this Minnesota Vikings team. That is now Cam Scadabo's second Super Bowl of his career. First was with the Giants. Second was with this Vikings team. Did he won with the Giants, right? I'm not going crazy. Yeah, he did. He was the Super Bowl MVP. But we're going to sim to next week. And we take down the MVP, Patrick Mahomes, 27-23 here in... Oh, 2030 to 2029. So we will run in the 2030s. That will be our decade to run. And we go look at the recap. And there it is. Rich Ferguson winning the Super Bowl MVP. And that was the only award we got all season. Was a Super Bowl. And the Chiefs go back-to-back Super Bowls, winning 45-37 last year, with the Chiefs securing their third with Mahomes. Yeah, they're insane. And we're going to see who we can resign and if this team can go to another Super Bowl. Back-to-back would be nice to have. Tavarius Green, the rookie that I drafted all those years ago, is up for grabs, it looks like, in this offseason. He's expecting a lot of money that we don't have. Same thing with Cam Clifton, the guy that we got from the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh boy, Odunze is up. I mean, Jason Boston is a kind of one that I might let walk. Okay, so honestly, it's not that bad. We will let one person walk. Oh, actually, Odunze said no. All right, he secured a victory for us. Jason Boston, maybe we secure him for 7 years here. Nope. Yeah, no one wants to come back to us. The only person that wanted to come back to us was Odunze, and he doesn't want to come back to us anymore. So we're going to franchise tag Tavarius Green. Again, he is the guy that we drafted all those years ago. We're going to franchise tag him for a lot of money. We're at negative $14 million now, and Clifton will have to walk, and the rest of this team will have to walk, as we're going to go ahead and head over to the draft. So we did get worse. There's a lot of quarterbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Okay, anyways. Like, why is there so many quarterbacks? I don't know. But it is kind of stupid. We're going to go for the wide receiver here, Tony Machado. And we're going to see. He was number 18 in true value. Here my number 32. 89 speed. Not even jumping. Oh, my God. 89 speed is a little slow, but It's good enough for me to end the draft. That is my one pick that I'm going to make, and then let the CPU do the rest. Let's see what we can do. 2-15. How does that possibly secure me a contract extension? How the fuck do we go 2-15? What happened? What happened with the running back group? Jay Jettas put up a good season. Clay Hawkinson put up a good season. Leggett put up a good season. The rookie put up a good season. Oh my god, that's a lot of sacks. Defensively, 10.5 for Shamar Stewart. Interception-wise, Tavarius Green at 4. Yeah, this is a season you want to forget, especially after just winning the Super Bowl. This is rough, man. This is a rough one. We were 28th in offensive yards, so clearly the offense is the problem. Oh, so is the defense. 32nd defense we have here. And yeah, we just could not put up numbers this year. It's a rough one. Okay, Justin Jefferson just retired. We have $107 million to work with since he's gone now. And we're going to look at, the Chiefs made it to another Super Bowl, 3 straight, losing 2 straight as the Commanders take home a Super Bowl. We're going to look at our retirements real quick. It's just Jay Jettas after 12 years. We're that deep into this already. We're going to get Jim Harbaugh as our defensive coordinator. I don't know. Hopefully that Kevin Stefanski and Jim Harbaugh can get it done for this team going into the next year. That is just so bad. 2-15 after winning the Super Bowl might be the worst record ever after winning a Super Bowl. And Tavarius Green is up for grabs. Rich Ferguson is up for grabs. Clay Hawkinson's up for grabs. We got a lot of people here. We have a lot of people here to re-sign and a lot of money to work with. So we're going to try to secure as many players as we can on long-term extensions. We're going to go to 10 million here for Tavarius Green. Actually, we're going to go to 11 million here for Tavarius Green. And he says it's a good offer, done deal. Tavarius Green is back. Ferguson, our Super Bowl winning quarterback, we definitely want to have him come back to this team. It would really suck if he says no at this point in his career, because we might not be able to find another quarterback to replace him. But here we go. Big contract. Ooh. Ferguson said no. That's going to be a very, very expensive $82 million franchise tag. That is going to put us in cap hell. We're not going to be able to make moves on anybody if we are to do that, which I think I'm going to do. Unfortunately, Clay Hawkinson is back with this team. Oh boy, Rich Ferguson, man. You're going to put me in cap hell just like that? All right, here we go. Rich Ferguson franchise tag is underway, and we are at negative $38 million in cap. He does not want to return to us, but he has no choice. We own everything about him. We're going to draft Jamal Newberry at the first overall pick. He's ranked number 9. We got him at number 1. So this might be a stacked class. Not exactly sure yet, because we haven't simmed all the way to the end, but I feel like reaching there is very interesting, because at the first overall pick, you expect the guys in the top 10 to go top 10. You never know. We do need a receiver because Jay Jetta's retired. Jalen Davis, welcome to this team. You are going to be the new star of the Minnesota Vikings. Not really, but because he's a reach. Negative $55 million in cap. It's going to be a rough rebuild with this team if we have to do it. 77 overall right edge, 73 overall wide receiver, 75 overall free safety, and we got a 71 overall corner in the 6th round. And we did draft a 70 overall quarterback, Eric Vasquez, to back up our quarterback, Ferguson. Unless Rich Ferguson leaves, then maybe this guy can replace him, but I don't know if there is any replacing him at this moment. He is the best quarterback in the franchise's history. 4-3 at the midseason mark is a lot better than I thought we were going to do this year, especially with the team overall being at 84. Ferguson has 13 touchdowns, 4 picks. Scatabo is doing okay so far. Tony Machado is really coming alive here, trying to replace Jay Jettas, or who is he actually replacing? Roma Dunze. And Jalen Davis, the rookie, is coming in as well and is slowly getting good. Shamar Stewart has 5 sacks on the year so far, and then interception-wise, Tavarius Green has 1 as well. Take a quick look at the career stats. Ferguson has 137 touchdowns, 44 picks so far, 15.7K yards. Rushing Scatabo is all right. Receiving, Leggett doesn't really count. Hawkinson has 2.6K yards, 16 picks. Leggett doesn't really count because he wasn't on the team to start. Shamar Stewart's at 60 sacks on his career, and interception-wise, Tavarius Green already has 20. So it would really suck not getting him back. Players ready to negotiate. Do we have money? $68 million to work with here. And we're going to have to use that all on our QB. It looks like Matt Hartman is someone I want actually to come back. And he said he's excited to come back. So it looks like we might have to wait in the negotiations of Rich Ferguson till the end of the season, because we do not have enough money to get him now. And it usually goes up from that point on. So we're just going to send to the playoffs real quick. And that is going to be hopefully another playoff appearance for this Minnesota Vikings team. All right. 12-5. Negative $34 million in cap, though. But we did make it 12-5. So, again, we cannot break the 12-5 record as our best record of this video so far. But we are 12-5 again. Pretty much completely flipping the script from last year. And we got the bye week. We're in the divisional against the Green Bay Packers. Taking a look at the stats. Ferguson, 35 for 7 rushing. Oh, man. Scatabo is really regressing here very early on, and it's kind of scary to think about because we didn't have a 1,000-yard rush. We didn't even have a person go over 600 yards this season. But Tony Machado's coming alive. Hawkinson's coming alive. Leggett is still good. Jalen Davis, the rookie, had a pretty good rookie season. And then defensively, Shamar Stewart led the way with 8, tied with Jazir Newton. I remember getting him a while ago. And it looked like 3 picks to defense. So we really didn't do great defensively, which is probably why we were 12-5. But we're going to go into this game against the Green Bay Packers and Sim and see if we can win another divisional game. So far, it's 0-0 in the second quarter, late in the second quarter now, with just under 2 minutes to go. We go down and score 7-6 coming out of halftime. And it's 14-6. 21-6. 21-13, 8-point game. And the Packers cannot get it done. The Vikings go up and win this game, beating the division rival Green Bay Packers here in Minnesota. And we get to move on to the conference championship for the 3rd time? Maybe 4th time we made it onto the conference championship. I think it was the 3rd. I think we got blown out in the divisional, if I'm not mistaken. But here we go. Playing the New York Giants. If Scatabo is still here and not injured, then this is his former team. The Giants have won a Super Bowl in this sim. All right, in Minneapolis, we're going to go down and score 3-0 early. They go down and score a touchdown at 7-3. Uh-oh. It's going to be 14-3. They're marching on offense today. We cannot get it done on offense today. So, 2 different tails here. It's not looking good. 21-10. And, yeah, it's going to be another loss for this Vikings team in the playoffs. 28-17, the Giants go ahead and advance to another Super Bowl. And this Vikings team gets eliminated. Patriots-Giants Super Bowl rematch. The Patriots finally get their revenge on the Giants. And they win 28-23. We have $28 million to work with. That is not nearly enough to re-sign the quarterback, Rich Ferguson. $32 million, still not enough. Still not enough. Players ready to negotiate. Ferguson is here. Got to accept the option on the tight end. And we have to franchise tag Ferguson. Again. Yeah. Gonna have to franchise tag Ferguson again. This is tough. It is tough, but we're just going to need to do it. $85 million. Negative $53 million in cap hell. And we're just going to have to sim the next season and hope for the best. All right, let's see. Can Thor Odinson lead this team to another playoff appearance? Nope. 8-9, negative $50 million in cap. Jesus. What was the reasoning for this one? 8th offensive yards, so it's got to be the defense. It's got to be the defense. 30th in defensive yards, yeah. Oh, my God. We're going to need to fire our defensive coordinator because this is just... It's just bad. Dallas Turner led the way with sacks, 11.5. Shamar Stewart had 7.5. I can't speak English. Tavarius Green had 5 picks in the season, which means he now has 25 on his career. So he's doing very good here in Minnesota. We're going to sim to the offseason, though. We have no money, so I don't think we're going to be able to do much. $87 million in cap to work with. Let me just actually fire my coach now. Jim Harbaugh is my defensive coordinator. Says his job security is 74%. Players we should negotiate here. Rich Ferguson's here. Tony Machado's here. He's actually the option I'm going to accept. Shamar Stewart's here, but he's a little bit old. However, he's been really good for this team. So I think I am going to do an offer on him. Dallas Turner just balled out. Unfortunately, I don't really have the money for all these people. So I'm just going to offer on the people I think will sign back. And then see what I can do here. 4-year deal for Shamar Stewart. He's back. I don't have the money for Ferguson again. However, they are going to say that I do. And nope. Bro, can I afford another franchise tag on Ferguson? Dude, that's going to stunt us so bad. What was our overall? Bro, but he's our Super Bowl winning quarterback. He wants to leave this team. I can't let him do it. I just can't. Negative $21 million in cap. We're going to have a good draft again. 13-4. That's our best record of the video. And it leads us to a conference clinch. That's not the right word. It leads us to a 1 seed in the conference. I don't know English. It's not very strong with me, even though that's my first language. 4,200 yards for Rich Ferguson, 45 touchdowns, 7 picks. Can you imagine if I let him walk? Like, genuinely. Could you imagine if I let him walk? Tony Machado, 16 touchdowns, 1.1K yards. Clay Hawkinson, very good season. Leggett had a good season. Jalen Davis did okay. Kind of regressing a little bit with stats. Maybe not overall, though. Shamar Stewart leading the way again, 12.5 sacks. Will Durand and Jamal Newberry had double-digit sacks as well. Defensively, Tavarius Green with 4 picks on the year. So Rich Ferguson now has 26.5K yards, 240 touchdowns, 59 picks with the Vikings here. Rushing, we don't really have that running back. Alani Wofford was the best one, 51 touchdowns, 4.4K yards. Receiving, Leggett's been very good for us. Clay Hawkinson's been very good for us. Defensively, 29 picks for Tavarius Green on his career, and sack-wise, 83 for Shamar Stewart. Maybe we have some players in the record books. Rich Ferguson's in the record books. And Justin Jefferson was also in the record books with 13,000 yards for us and 1,000 receptions. Didn't get the touchdowns, though, unfortunately for him. And we're probably not going to have many people in the record books this time around. For the last 20-year rebuild with the Giants, we did have pretty much the whole list, except for the interceptions list. But we're not probably going to be able to do that here. We would get the quarterback, maybe not a running back, and maybe not even a wide receiver. We don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that we're going up against the division rival Detroit Lions in the divisional game here. And it's 7-7, the end of the second quarter. We're going to go up and score 14-7. The final play of the quarter we scored. It's 14-14. 21-14, we are winning. And it is now going to be 14-21. Lions cannot do it. It is 14-24. And we are moving on to the conference championship. And we're going to see who we are playing. Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback of the Lions here. And he was trying to get his revenge and beat us the way we beat him in a Super Bowl. But he could not. And we are moving on to the conference championship. Who are we playing in the conference? The Carolina Panthers here in the year 2034. I have no idea who their quarterback is. But we're going to be going up against them. And hopefully we can win the conference game here and advance to yet another Super Bowl appearance. That'd be our third? Maybe fourth? 7-0, 7-3 we were winning. 10-3 we were winning. Oh my god, 17-3. It's getting late for this Panthers team already. 17-10. They cannot stop our defense, or our offense. I can't speak English. They cannot stop our offense. It's 24-17. And we're going to go down and score a safety somehow. It's 26-17. And we are moving on to the Super Bowl in the year 2034. And we will see who we are playing once we sim the week here. We are playing the Baltimore Ravens, who maybe still have Lamar Jackson. I'm not exactly sure how late into this we are, but there's J.J. McCarthy leading the way with yards on the Dallas Cowboys. Last year's Super Bowl was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning 25-9. The year before that was the Super Bowl rematch. The Patriots got their revenge on the Giants. 2031, the Commanders with Jaden Daniels beat the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. We won in 2030 against the Chiefs. And then we also made it to the Super Bowl in 2026 and lost to the Texans. So this is our third ever Super Bowl appearance in this video. And we're going up against Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. What? And the Baltimore Ravens. So that's very interesting, as they have two quarterbacks. They'll probably use Lamar as a running back, which is blows me away you'd ever have two X-Factor quarterbacks. But whatever. And they're going to go down and score very fast. Oh my god, 10-0 game. And we cannot get it done. 17-0. What is happening? There we go. Go down and score 17-7. And they're going to come out of the half and not score. We can't score either. It's 20-17. We need 2 touchdowns to make this a game, and we're not going to be able to do it. 26-7. We're going to go down, and it's going to be a loss. We lose the Super Bowl. Our second Super Bowl loss of the video is to the Baltimore Ravens, led by Joe Burrow, who didn't even throw a touchdown today, but we lost 26-7. Yeah, that was just an embarrassing game out of this Vikings team. We could not get it done. That was bad. Lamar retires. I don't know if that even matters because Joe Burrow is technically the quarterback there. Who won MVP? Caleb Williams won MVP. Jeez, man. So here we go. No money yet again. And we're here to re-sign all these players. Accepting the option on Jamal Newberry. We're going to try to get our tight end back for 7 years, and he says he's back. He's excited to stay with the team. We have Rich Ferguson up for his contract extension. We're going to go for a player-friendly 7-year deal that we cannot make. It. You know what? I'm throwing in the towel. Ferguson doesn't want to come back, and at this point, do I even want to franchise tag him? He hasn't wanted to come back for the last how many years? I think we got to move on from Rich Ferguson. This dude has been balling out with this team, but I think it might be time to move on. We just don't have the funds to get him back at this point. Like, it's starting to piss me off. I don't want to go into cap hell again. It will only be $12 million in cap hell, though. But then we don't have a team. That's the problem. We haven't been able to build through the free agency because we don't have a team. Ferguson just does not want to come back. And you know what? Is it time to take a risk and say, screw it, let him walk, and maybe get one of these quarterbacks in the... and trade up for one of these quarterbacks, like Adrian Warner, maybe? He's the only one there with round 1 talent. So we might have to trade up. I think it's time. To move on from Rich Ferguson. Here we go. Next week. Rich Ferguson is not coming back to this Vikings team. He has not wanted to every single time we've negotiated with him. And I think it's time for him to just leave this team and we get a fresh start at quarterback. Mitch Forbes, 99 overall. Quarterback's in there. Cam Lucas, 99 overall, is in here as well. I think we made the right decision letting Ferguson walk. And we have got a 99 overall superstar X-Factor running back. We got a better overall and a younger player. Ferguson goes to the Tennessee Titans, and Forbes is still in the free agency here. We're going to see who Mitch Forbes goes to, and we don't have an answer until now. The Seattle Seahawks. Very big class for quarterbacks. Mitch Forbes, 99 overall. Cam Lucas, 99 overall. Rich Ferguson, 98 overall. Caleb Williams, the MVP, 95 overall. And Michael Penix, the 88 overall. All superstar X-Factors or superstars are in the free agency. So we did get our quarterback, 99 overall. And we're going to take a chance at the draft and see what we can draft. So look at Cam Lucas in this offense. We're an 87 overall team. Cam Lucas is looking to elevate this team. He did win MVP in his lifetime with the... what team was he? He won with the Bengals. Cam Lucas... oh my god, he three-peated at MVP. So landing a player like this, you would expect us to win a Super Bowl with him. We're just going to send him to mid-season and see how he's performing. To save time, I probably cut that out, but we were 2-5 because the depth chart wasn't set up correctly, even though I was supposed to do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and I changed the depth chart. So I don't even know what to say anymore. If this team cannot win more than one Super Bowl in a 20-year rebuild, there's something seriously wrong. We're about to be at the 10-year mark. This is the 10-year mark. If we can't win a second Super Bowl in 10 years, there's something seriously wrong with the Vikings, and they might just be cursed. There we go, 12-5. So the depth chart was the problem. We had the best points per game in the league and the best passing yards. That mean that Cam Lucas might have won MVP. We might have had our first ever MVP in a 20-year rebuild, and we do. Cam Lucas, 44 touchdowns, 4 picks, over 5,000 yards, which means receiving-wise, Tony Machado, 26 receiving touchdowns, which, if you guys don't know, is the NFL record for receiving touchdowns in a season. And Shamar Stewart had 10 sacks on the year. Tavares Green had 4 interceptions. So if we take a look at Tony Machado's stats, he's already almost at 6,000 yards, 76 touchdowns. Yeah, he's going to go down as the greatest receiver probably of all time. And there it is. Tavares Green has 33 picks on his career. Shamar Stewart has 93 sacks now. If you go to the Vikings record books, you will see that the most sacks in a career is 114. And in the season, Machado has put up the best record ever for the Vikings. And then if you go here, Jamar Chase actually broke the record at 29 in the year 2033. So we didn't even get the record, but that would be NFL record if we were able to do it. He actually had the best receiver season of all time for some reason in 2033 with Cam Lucas. But all right, so we're in the wild card playoff game here. We're to see if this team can win against the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to see whoever the 49ers quarterback is, can they go ahead and win the game against the Vikings, or can the Vikings take it home? 3-0 ball game, 10-0 ball game. We pick them off, though. 10-0 ball game. 49ers are up 10-7. We needed that interception to start a comeback. It's 10-14. We're winning now. 17-14. 17-17. Here we go. In OT, they go up 2017. We're going to go ahead and step in here with the new quarterback and see if Cam Lucas is any good. He's wearing Brett Favre's number. You guys remember that. He was with the Vikings at some point for some odd reason. And there's going to be a catch with Johnston. He cannot go anywhere. Loss of 2 is second down and 12. So yeah, Cam Lucas wearing Brett Favre's number. He doesn't have Brett Favre's stats, which would be like just slinging that ball wherever he feels like it. Does not care about getting picked off. He's very conservative with the football. 44 touchdowns, 4 picks this year is a ridiculous stat line, and probably one of the best quarterback seasons I've ever seen. 5,000 yards, 5,000 plus yards, 44 touchdowns, 4 picks. That is a insane quarterback season, and like I said, might be the best quarterback season of all time. That's going to be a roughing the passer call there, I hope. That's a first down and 10. I'm going to say an eligible receiver downfield. Oh my God. I've been getting that call a lot recently. I don't know if it's a bug or if that's actually like plays just having the players down the field, but it's not fun. First down and 15. Cam Lucas looking to secure a victory with the Vikings, and there's gonna be a flag.
Pass interference. Defense.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know if I saw any pass interference, especially since the ball was thrown into the ground. But there's a possibility there was. I have no idea. It's first down and 10, though. Play action. Looking to throw it. Oh, my God. He somehow got that throwaway, and Johnston makes an incredible catch to get a first down. And Cam Lucas today, almost 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, looking to secure a victory with this Minnesota Vikings team. His first ever, if he can do this. Let's see what happens. Throwing that. Lucas connection to Machado. That has just been so good this last season. He brings out the best in every receiver. And I'm so glad that we got Cam Lucas in the free agency. I see he's about to score a touchdown on the 49ers. To Machado! Drops the football. It's second down and goal to go from the 5. All right, 3 minutes to go in overtime here. It's second down and goal. Lucas to throw it, looking to throw it. Oh my God, got a man wide open, and it's Cam Johnston diving in for a touchdown. And Cam Lucas has secured his first ever playoff victory with the Minnesota Vikings team. Adrian Johnson goes up and gets that ball, and we win 23-20 in overtime against the San Francisco 49ers, and we advance to the next week. Oh, that was a wild card game. I thought we had a bye week this whole time. And we're going to go to the divisional round against the Seattle Seahawks, 12-5 Seattle Seahawks. We're going to see if we could win this one. Here we go. Here we go. 7-0 ball game. Seattle's winning. 7-3 ball game. Seattle's still winning. 10-7. We are winning now. 10-10 ball game with 2 minutes left to go in the half. It's going to stay 10-10 coming out of halftime. And we are going to score 13-10. The Seattle Seahawks go down as 13-13. And we are going to get... in overtime, I thought we were going to get knocked out there. We have to go down again in overtime and score a touchdown to win the game. We're going to try to do a 2-point conversion if we can do it. Cam Lucas looking to get it done again here in Minnesota. What is going to happen? We're throwing it to the sideline. Going to be a catch by Holiday, and he's going to get upfield for a gain of 7. All right, we're going to streak a man, and we're going to see if we can get it to him. Davis, Jalen Davis down the field makes an incredible catch. It's a great throw by Cam Lucas. And Jalen Davis with the catch brings us down to the 25-yard line. His first down and 10. Lucas looking to win a Super Bowl. That might be his first ever Super Bowl with Minnesota Vikings and his first ever Super Bowl in general. Second down and 10. Here we go. Lucas looking to throw it. Got nowhere to go. He's got very bad speed. Very bad speed. It's third down and 10. That's why I liked using Ferguson so much whenever I would hop in and play these games, because he was just so easy to just run the ball with. He had so much speed for his size, too. He was massive. And Machado cannot get a first down. It's fourth down and 3. We have to go for this. Otherwise, the game is over. So here we go. Game on the line. Cam Lucas is going to roll out left here on a play action. And we're going to see a wide open man. It's Davis, Jalen Davis for the touchdown. We got to go for 2 to win this game. These plays suck. Very bad plays to choose from, not going to lie. And we got not our best people in. That's just a great way to end this game, right? Lucas the throw, got a man, and a touchdown, or 2-point. And we move on. Another very close victory. But Cam Lucas is bringing home a Lombardi trophy one way or another with his Vikings team. Whether it be this year or 7 years down the line, he's going to do it. And he's also going to be the quarterback that finishes here with the year 2045. We signed him to a 7-year extension. We're on the year 2035. So we move on to the conference championship. Who are we playing? The 12-5 Carolina Panthers. All right, 3-0 game. 10-0 game. The Panthers cannot score either. Ooh, it is a very slow ball game. Here we go, 10-7. The game's starting to pick up a little bit here. Ooh, 10-14. We have 2 minutes and 22 seconds left with Cam Lucas to go down and score a touchdown to win the game. Here goes nothing, everybody. This is why you click on to the rebuilds. This is why you watch the 20 years of the Minnesota Vikings. This is it right here. Lucas is a fucking idiot. Shovel passing that was not the move there, buddy. All right, second down and 10 for the 30. Let's see what Lucas can do. That's a good throw. That's a good play. Going to be a third down and inches. And here we go. We set up big here right before the 2-minute warning. So we're coming out of the 2-minute warning, and we have to go... What are we at now? Almost 70 yards? No, 60 yards. Sorry. 60 yards down the field. Go ahead and score a touchdown. Third down and inches from the 40. Play action. Machado got open. Tony Machado makes a catch. It's first down and 10 from the 45 now. Wearing number 84. All right. First down and 10. Got a man. That's Coleman. And Coleman gets down for a gain of 5. Second down and 5 from midfield. Chewing as much clock as possible to make sure that this Panthers team cannot go down and score anything. Got a man open. That's Hawkinson. And Hawkinson is down all the way to the 32-yard line. And Clay Hawkinson gets injured on that play. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, as we might have a chance to go to the Super Bowl here with Cam Lucas. His first ever Super Bowl appearance. And first ever also with this team. Maybe more to come. Great throw. Great catch by Davis. Jalen Davis with the catch, setting up a first down. We're going to keep him out of the game. Hawkinson does not need to come back in. We have a good tight end backup in for him, which is Johnston. And we're going to run to the left side. And we got open space. Holiday juking back. And he's down to the 1-yard line. And we have one final play. Pretty much. We have 2 plays really left to go down right here and score a touchdown. We're going to Machado, drag route, touchdown, game over. Cam Lucas secures a victory with the Minnesota Vikings and goes to the Super Bowl for the first time in his career. The 4-time MVP of the league has finally made a Super Bowl. The question is, can he get it done, though, with Minnesota and beat whatever team he has to go up against? We're sitting to the Super Bowl, and we're going to see who we play. All right, playing the Tennessee Titans. You could not have scripted it better if you tried. If you guys don't remember, the Titans quarterback is Rich Ferguson, the quarterback that gave us our only Super Bowl of the video. Wait, is that true? We only won 1? Bro. We have 1 Super Bowl and we started this at 2025. So we made it to 2026. We didn't go back until 2030. We won. And then we're in the year 2034. We lost. Now we're in the year 2035. Going up against our former quarterback, Rich Ferguson. The NFL would be swimming in money if they were to go ahead and do this somehow. Oh, shit. I was in the middle of gooning on Instagram Reels. 3-0 so far. 7-3 game. Rich Ferguson against his former team. Like I said, could not have scripted it better even if you tried. It's kind of crazy that the Titans went 14-3, by the way. That is outrageous. 17-13 game. The Titans will go down and score a field goal. So it is 13-20. We have 4 minutes and 41 seconds left to beat Rich Ferguson, our former quarterback. Lucas needs his first ever Super Bowl victory here. What is going to happen? Oh my God, they sacked me. Titans defense in terms of takeaways was 7th in the league this season. I would have loved to see the stats on Rich Ferguson. I'm very curious. They went 14-3. They had a very good season, the best in the league with Ferguson. The question is, can they win with him? Machado's wide open. Lucas makes a great throw to Machado. He's going to get past midfield down to the 44. He only has 95 yards up to this point in the simulation. What is happening? They do not love the Vikings in sim. Going to be play action. Here we go. Throwing that incomplete. They have a very good defense. Very good defense. This Titans team deserves to go 14-3. But the question is, can they win the Super Bowl here against Lucas? Throwing this to Machado! And he makes the catch. And we're down to the 30-yard line. Here we go. First down and 10 from the 30. Lucas snaps the ball. Looking to throw it. Wide open man down the field. That's going to be a touchdown to Coleman. Tie football game here. Late in the 4th. We're going to continue to the next moment. And we're going to skip the moment and see what happens. Ooh. Overtime here in the Super Bowl against our former quarterback, Rich Ferguson. Both of these quarterbacks, by the way, signed deals with these teams just this year. So we're going to go ahead and check out the deal with Ferguson and see what he signed. And is it similar to Lucas? That's going to be a great throw, but an incompletion, as we had other targets to throw to. Just throw to the one that has a 99 overall. Was my philosophy there. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 30. Play action is underway. They bit. We got a man open. It's Jalen Davis down the field. He's going to go down to the 43-yard line. And we're kind of reviving Lucas and this Vikings team here. They were pretty lethargic on offense, having 95 passing yards when we took over. It's 1st down and 10. Here we go. From the 33, play action. Lucas to throw it. Open man is Johnston. Makes the catch, juking and getting down to the 30-yard line. And Lucas is about to pass 200 yards in this game. Here we go. 1st down and 10. From the 30-yard line. Cam Lucas looking to win a Super Bowl for the first time in his career. And it will be the first time with the Minnesota Vikings. Our second of the episode of the video. And it's 2nd down and 10 from the 30. Here we go. Same play as last time. We're throwing it. We got a man open. Hawkinson. Clay Hawkinson cannot make the catch. 3rd down and 10. A field goal does not win this game, boys. We need a touchdown. It also doesn't win the game. But it is a much more nerve-wracking experience for the other team if we can go down and score a touchdown. Hawkinson makes the catch. 4th down and 2. They want me to go for a field goal to take the lead and let our defense try to make a stop here. But I'm getting ballsy. I'm getting ballsy. We are going for this 4th down and 2 play, and we're going to try to score a touchdown on this drive. We're going to motion Davis out for a streak and hope that he gets open. Jalen Davis cannot get open. We have a man open, and it's a catch by Coleman. Very ballsy and risky play. My controller was vibrating as that there was pressure in my face. So it was a good thing that Cam Lucas was able to deliver a nice strike there and set up this 1st down and 10. Here we go. Man open. Got the throwaway. Drop ball. 2nd down and 10 from the 15. These plays are all terrible, man. Give me better plays. We're running the same exact plays last time. It didn't work last time, but will work this time. Man open again. Same play. Coleman is in for the touchdown. We go up by 7 here. Will our defense make a stop? They will not. 27-27 ball game in overtime. Now, if you're the Titans in real life, you most likely go for the 2-point conversion there, even if you don't get it. You have to win the Super Bowl. You're not here just to play for points. You're here to win the damn Super Bowl. You know, you're not here to just tie it up and be like, oh, okay, we have a chance to win it if we stop it on defense. No. You go for the win. In my opinion, at least, you would go for the win. Maybe that's what I should have done, actually, with my team, which was if I scored a touchdown, go for the 2-point. That was probably the play, honestly. 3rd down and 10. Biggest 3rd down of the game. What play will they dial up here? This offense is just so bad with the play calling. I'm not even sure what to expect. Machado down the field. Incredible. This Vikings team is not happy after that last play. We're coming out on a 4th down, big 4th down, biggest of the game. And that's going to be a catch by Johnson down the field. Johnson is in field goal range. That is how you win a Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Do not leave it up to this game to decide your fate. You decide your own, especially here in a Super Bowl winning scenario. We go ahead and go for it on 4th down, and we're going to secure this victory as long as we just kick a field goal and win the game. Gonna simulate it. Not even gonna try the kick. And the kick is away, and the kick is good. Cam Lucas takes out Rich Ferguson, our former quarterback, in the Super Bowl, and there he is walking down into the field, and the Vikings win their 2nd ever Super Bowl. And it is here in the year 2035, 10 years into this wow, 10 years into this rebuild, and we have 10 more years to go. We only have 2 Super Bowls at this point. So, but we do have 4 appearances, so I cannot be mad at 4 appearances. But we are going to go ahead and sim to the off season. Tony Machado regressing. He's a 93 overall, but he is here to be re-signed. We have a lot of great players, actually, that need to be re-signed here. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get it done. He said no. That's not good. Jalen Davis says yes. He's back. Jonathan Pearson is going to get the 5th-year option. And Eric Gutierrez is really going to suck because he is such a good player. Could have offered a little bit more on him, too. And we're just going to have to... Oh, man. Do I bite the bullet and have Machado be the best receiver of all time? What are his stats? Let me just see. I'm just curious to know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to franchise tag him. It's going to happen. Jeez, man. Not getting Eric Gutierrez back is very big, but he is 27 years old, and he is only a 78 overall X Factor. We have a chance at better players in the draft. We're just going to sim and see what happens. 88 overall team. This offense is disgusting to look at. It's actually gross. The defense is still young and still developing. Joe Burrow is in the Hall of Fame. That's what that was. I thought it was telling me that he retired. But he did, actually, and that's how you get into the Hall of Fame. All right, let's find out. 7 and 10. What? Thought it was playbook-oriented, but apparently it's not. I don't even know, man. Cam Lucas, it has to be, because he's 40-5 on the year. Doesn't take home MVP. That's Jackson Dart that goes ahead and takes home the Super Bowl. Jesus. The MVP of the league. Dude, what is going on? Our running back probably is the problem. Machado, again, having a great year. Jalen Davis had another great year, and so did our tight end. And Eric Coleman, defensively, Shamar only had 4.5 sacks, and we didn't have that many interceptions as a defense. He's got to be close to the sack record for a Viking, at least. Very close. Yeah, he's at 97.5. He's probably going to retire this year, especially since we missed the playoffs. I don't know how we missed the 92 overall offense, 88 overall defense, and we missed the playoffs. Machado's here, obviously. Jamal Newberry. Nobody really else. Looks like 2 people. Cam Little is still an 88 overall kicker at this point in his career. I'm going to sign him back for 3 years. He's going to be our franchise kicker. Good news that we got one of those. Jamal Newberry, I'm going to do for a 7-year deal. He said he's back with this team. And then Machado, can I even re-sign you? No, I cannot. You are way too much money, buddy. Way too much money. And the receiver out of Penn State says he wants to test free agency. Yeah, no. Is Cam Lucas the guy I said at like the beginning of the video that he was out of BYU, so I don't want him? I think that's who that was. I really could have had him. But instead I went with Rich Ferguson. Not a bad choice. It was like a win-win type situation. A 6-7 type situation. I gotta stop. Is Shamar Stewart still here? He is. So he still has a chance to break the Vikings record for sacks in a single career. We are still at 92 overall defense, or 92 overall offense, and a 80-something overall defense. So if there's someone in... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is no-brainer. Do we even have the money for this? Yes, we do. I guess no teams really have money, right? I gotta free up negative $1.5 million if I want to have Jack Samuels on the team. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to make sure that we boost our defense as much as possible and try to win another Super Bowl here. All right, Jack Samuels to this team. He has been signed, and this team is all set up to have a dynasty. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. We have a chance to go back-to-back Super Bowls here. 89 overall team, 87 defense, 892 overall offense. I don't see a world where we get less than 20 wins. Oof, 12-5. Not nearly as good as I thought we were going to be. However, Cam Lucas, another great season out of this guy. Oh my God. We're going to take a look at how the bum Rich Ferguson did in Tennessee. Oh my God, you suck. Yeah, that's right. Look what we got in Cam Lucas. That's an MVP caliber quarterback right there, boy. Cam Lucas is the MVP of the league this year again. And we're going up against the Detroit Lions here in the wild card round of the playoffs. 0-0 ball game. Ooh, the division rival. Detroit Lions go up 14-0. Not looking good for us, not going to lie. Can we get any score in the first half? We do get a field goal. It's 14-3. We need to put together some good drives, boys. Okay, 5-point game. Hey, we're up by 1 point. 14-15. The Lions go down and score. We have to go down. Cam Lucas to score a touchdown to win the game with an extra point. No, with a 2-point to win the game. 37 seconds is a long time, especially for Cam Lucas. We got that. Forward. I gotta call timeout. Don't like calling a timeout in that situation, but we kind of have to. We do not want to bleed much clock. We're throwing it to Machado, who's open. Tony Machado gets a first down. And he's hyping up the Vikings crowd, telling them, hey, we got a chance to win this. We got the MVP of the league. 5-time MVP to this point. Cam Lucas as our quarterback, and we're going to get this shit done. That's what he's saying to the fans. We're throwing that to him. Machado down the field. Tony Machado cannot make the completion. Cannot make the catch. We're on 2nd down and 10 now. Machado on a streak. Davis on a streak. And a little bit of a crossing route for Coleman. Who are we going to throw to on this play? Lucas looking to throw it. Machado down the field. Has a chance on that football. Go up and get that. Tony Machado! Incredible grab for the greatest player, maybe, to ever suit up in a Vikings jersey. That is a crazy throw, by the way, by Cam Lucas, and a great pass. A great catch, I mean, by Tony Machado. And here we go. Have to get the 2 point to win the game. Lucas throwing that. Cam Lucas, end zone. Got it. It's a 1 point game with 12 seconds left. All of this in a wild card game is kind of crazy, by the way. And we win 23-22. Cam Lucas, one of the greatest throws in NFL history, if not the greatest throw in NFL history. Deep shot to Tony Machado. Machado got that ball right there in his hands. And that is going to be a playoff win with Cam Lucas, the 99 overall quarterback, who has no signs of regressing yet. Going into the divisional game now, who are we playing in the year 2037? We are playing the Dallas Cowgirls here in the year 2037. Can we win? All right, here we go. Against the Dallas Cowgirls. They're going to go down and score pretty fast. 7-0 ball game. And we're going to go ahead 7-7. 10-7. All right, we're going to come out of halftime, and they're going to score. It's 10-10. Low-scoring game up to this point. They're going to go down and score a touchdown. And we have to hop in on this team again. Lucas play action, looking to throw that football. Got a man open. That's Coleman. And he is down to the 48-yard line. They're going to stop the clock. An actual injury or a strategic timeout so that we don't have to, they don't have to waste one, and we don't have to bleed the clock down as much as we need to. I don't know. But we're going to keep trying to bleed this clock down and make sure that this Cowboys team cannot win. Here we go. Looking to throw it. Lucas got a man open. Johnston. Gain of 6. It's 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4. Lucas to throw it. Man open. Johnston again with the catch. 1st down. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning here in the Cowboys game. Throwing out to Machado. And Machado's got a 1st down, juking forward and getting down to the 17-yard line. And we have to make sure to not give them any time. We're going to bleed down as much clock as possible, and in hopes that we score a touchdown and a 2-point to win this game. Up the middle with the run, and Holiday's going to get down for a gain of 7. There we go. Make sure we're going to get the 1st down here first before we run some more chew clock. There we go. It's 1st down and goal. Play action. Don't want to score here. Yes, we do. Lucas out of bounds at the 2-yard line. 22 seconds to go. I'm going to go for this run, honestly. Up the middle and in for a touchdown. And we got to go for this 2-point to win the game. Something that we have become very notorious for doing here in the playoffs, especially against opponents that we hate with our guts. And that is going to be the Dallas Cowgirls. As a Giants fan, absolutely despise them. Here we go. 2-point away from winning this game. And we got it. Jalen Davis is in. 19 seconds to go for this Cowboys team. Can they go down and score a field goal to win it? They cannot. We win 18-17, and we are advancing to the conference championship here in the year 2037. All right, NFC Championship against the Seattle Seahawks here in the year 2037. We're going to see if we can win this game. This would be a huge one to win. It could be a back-to-back Super Bowl championship maybe for the first time ever in this recording. It would be a 3 straight Super Bowl appearance, I believe. They go up 7-0 early, 7-3. And we are going to go ahead and make it a 7-5 ball game, 12-7. They go down and score. It's a 2-point ball game here in Seattle, 14-12. And we're going to go down and score a field goal, 15-14 ball game. 22-14, 22-22, 25-22. And we are going to the Super Bowl for, I think, the 3rd straight year here, which is a very crazy feat. Only the Patriots have done it in real life. The Bills have done it in real life. And I think that's it. Bills and Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. Chiefs in game now have done it that much. My camera has died, so we're going to go ahead and sim to the Super Bowl. Who are we playing? We're playing the Indianapolis Colts in the Super Bowl in 2037. Of who is the better team? I'm going to go in right now while my camera's dead. I'm trying to fix the battery here. We're going to see. Can Cam Lucas put it together and win his 2nd straight Super Bowl with this team? And honestly, in his 2nd year with the team, right? All right. 7-7. 14-7, 14-14. We got to be at Hard Rock, right? Yeah, we're at Hard Rock. And it is going to be a 14-14 ball game here in the third quarter. Cannot go down and score. Cannot go down and score again. It's 21-14 in the fourth quarter now. Here we go. 28-14 in the fourth quarter. 35-14. Oh my God, just pile it on. 38-14. And we blow out the Indianapolis Colts in Miami for the Super Bowl. Second straight Super Bowl victory for this Minnesota Vikings team. The first ever time in this video. First ever time in their history that they have won. Here we go. Here we go. We are at the start of a dynasty, ladies and gentlemen, with Cam Lucas at quarterback. The best free agent signing I've ever had in a video before. And yeah, I mean, hey, what more can you say about this guy, Cam Lucas? Advancing to next week. I mean, this guy has, I think, 5 MVPs to his name and now 2 Super Bowls. Do I hear top 3 all time almost? He's getting close, if he's not already. He's getting close. Well, I mean, you got Brady and Mahomes, in at least in this league right now. But yeah, look at that. Oh, I lied. I'm stupid. We did not make it in 2036. However, oh no. We had to win it. We had to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, we got to win a Super Bowl. If you want to count a dynasty as 7 years, then we officially have a dynasty because we won 3 Super Bowls in 7 years. But if you don't want to count that, we have to go for another Super Bowl victory. We did not make it last year. I lied. Yeah, the Buccaneers won. I forgot about that. But we did make it to 3 Super Bowls in the last 4 years. So we're getting close to the dynasty. We have to win one more game or one more Super Bowl, and we have ourselves a dynasty. The Texans, by the way, have not made it back since they decided to beat us in the Super Bowl, which is very interesting. Players ready to negotiate. Here we go. Who do we have? Emilio Sanchez. Tony Machado is still a great overall. He's 94 now. We're going to do a player-friendly deal, which is a 6-year deal for him. And he just said he's not interested in signing. Are you stupid? Genuinely. Why does no one ever want to come back? What's his name? Ferguson didn't want to come back. And left this team and went to the Titans. And like, what? Why? Why do you not want to come back? We just won a Super Bowl. Eric Coleman is back. It's huge. What's his franchise tag looking like? $43 million? Yeah, I can afford that. I can afford that comfortably, actually, right now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. There's a lot of people here that I want, though. We're just not going to be able to get back, which is very sucky. But it's just the way of the NFL sometimes. We still have $28 million to work with. Franchise tag has been done on Machado yet again. Gonna send him the free agency week, and maybe we free up some cap space that we have to work with. $27 million to work with. Who can we sign? Anybody at all? McCarthy's in the free agency. Be a funny story. We got him back, but we're not going to. Sakeem Holiday is the only one that wants to come to us? Really? Hunter Malone is going to be the running back of the future here in Minnesota. We're going to hopefully get another wide receiver for this man, Cam Lucas, to throw to. Because that will boost his stats a lot. All right, go to the top 100. Look at my signings. Do we get anybody? We do. We get J.D. Robinson, and we do get Hunter Malone. We do not get whoever we put our money on. Who did I put my money on? I don't even remember. Darrell Higgins is there. Who did I put my money on? Let's see who McCarthy signs to. J.J. McCarthy is a Philadelphia Eagle for 1-year deal. And Kurt Nolan goes to the Washington Commanders. So they both got new quarterbacks to lead them. To maybe to lead them to victory. Who knows? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and look at this team. We have a dynasty-capable team. Simple as that. We have 4 receivers for Cam Lucas to throw to, the 5-time MVP. So I'm looking forward to the next season, 2038. We're coming to the end of this 20-year rebuild. So in the wild card against the New Orleans Saints, I don't think Cam Lucas had another MVP season, but he was number 3. So that is pretty good. Let's see how the absolute bum Rich Ferguson is doing here on the Titans. Yeah, you suck. We're going to go to receiving stats. And Tony Machado, 132 touchdowns on his career and 9.5K yards. He is inching closer and closer to being the best receiver that the Vikings have ever seen. Randy Moss, who? Justin Jefferson, who? All right, we're going to go into sim this game. We're going to see if the Saints can go ahead and win a playoff game here against the Minnesota Vikings. If you guys remember all those years ago in 2017 when Case Keenum stepped into it, pass is caught down the sideline, Diggs. Well, actually, it was Diggs' sideline touchdown. And we're going to win the game 17-13. We beat the Saints. We're moving on to the divisional round of the playoffs. I don't even feel like, honestly, playing anymore, like going in and playing. I'm just going to sim and see how this Vikings team do. Playing the Panthers in the divisional. And we win, going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Do I really want to go in again? The answer is no. I'm just going to go ahead and simulate to the Super Bowl and see how we do. And I'll go in during the Super Bowl if we make it. But, I don't know. I'm just getting tired of going in. I feel like I've gone in every season. All right. The 11-6 Vikings versus the Miami Dolphins here in the Super Bowl. We're going to see who wins this one. This would be a dynasty if we could do it. 3-0. Miami is up 7-3. I'm winning. 7-6. I'm winning. All right. 13-7. Miami goes up. Uh-oh. Okay, they were marching there on offense for a little bit, but we were able to stop them because of the play clock. 14-13. 16-14. We go down and score 21-16. We go down and score again 28-16. And the Miami Dolphins have lost to the Minnesota Vikings. And we have done it, ladies and gentlemen. We have created a dynasty in the 2030s, which is exactly what I wanted to do for this video. We have done the impossible and won many Super Bowls with the Vikings. I mean, this is our third Super Bowl? Fourth, maybe? I don't know. We're going to go to next week and find out. I'm not even going to look. Let's see. Lucas wins the MVP. 4 Super Bowl championships. We have been to how many now in this video? So we've been to 6 Super Bowls in this video. Is that the math? We've been to 6 and won 4. That's a pretty damn good rebuild. Tavarius Green retires. That's wild. I mean, I guess it's really not because he's a corner, but I feel like that's kind of young. Machado is here yet again. Still doesn't want to come back to me. He has no re-sign interest with me for some reason. Very strange guy, not going to lie. Ooh, that rhymed. And we got a linebacker back. We got Tony Machado. We got Eric Medina. Gonna accept the option on you. Dalvin Andrews. We're gonna go ahead and put our money on. He's gonna come back to this team. Perfect. We're gonna try for Machado now because I want him to be the best receiver of all time. And the way to do that is to continue being on my team. But I don't know if he's gonna be able to come back. I'm gonna do a 5-year deal actually. Free agency will be better for me in the long run. You suck, dude. You suck. You are the reason why I keep getting put in cap hell because I keep franchise tagging you, and it's just I don't even know if it's worth it anymore. Like, he's really good, but oh my god, dude, this is ridiculous. I just want the storyline of having the greatest receiver and greatest quarterback of all time at least playing together. You know, that's pretty much, don't yell at me, that's pretty much Tom Brady playing with Randy Moss. I said it. I said it. I said it. Pretty much Tom Brady playing with Randy Moss. Okay? Listen here. For everybody who says no, I said pretty much the greatest receiver of all time. If for those of you who don't say that Randy Moss is the greatest receiver of all time and think it's Jerry Rice, which very well could, skill-wise, Randy Moss is the greatest receiver to ever touch the game of football. Catching-wise and overall winning-wise, Jerry Rice is the greatest receiver to ever touch the game of football. So I'll say Randy Moss is the best. And Jerry Rice is the greatest. Same way Peyton Manning's the best, but Tom Brady's the greatest. Fight me. Fight me. 3-4 at midseason. I haven't seen the midseason in a little bit, honestly. But it's kind of cool to see how we're doing. Let's check the stats. 16-4. Maybe Lucas wins another MVP for himself. That would solidify him maybe all-time top 2 above Mahomes at this point in his career. All right, looking at the career stats of Machado, 10,000 yards, 136 receiving touchdowns. Yeah, he is having himself quite the career here in Minnesota. He's got a little bit to go to beat Justin Jefferson's receiving yards in the career, but he's slowly getting there. And he has how many receptions? 685, so he's probably not going to do that. But he is getting to Justin Jefferson's receiving yards, and we're just going to sim to the playoffs, see how we're doing. 6-11, we missed the playoffs for the first time in what feels like a while. Cam Lucas still putting up great numbers, even though we missed the playoffs. He wins MVP. What is wrong with this guy? This guy's a cheat code. I'm so glad we got him. He's out of BYU. He's just soaking in all of these awards. Let me just look at his MVPs. 2031, 2032, 2033, 2035, 2037, and now, what year are we in? 2038? Right? Is that what year we're in? Or 2039? 2039 MVP. That is ridiculous. That is never, ever, ever going to be replicated, ever. It sucks that I didn't draft him all those years ago. Right? And I drafted Ferguson. But honestly, hey, we won a Super Bowl with Ferguson. So at the end of the day, is it really that bad of a draft? No. We ended up getting both of them on our team anyways. So, yeah, I don't know. We're going to go ahead and look at the Titans team. Ferguson, you suck. Sorry, I had to get that out. 2039 season recap. And Cam Lucas wins the MVP with the Vikings there. That is his second under the Vikings. Third under the Vikings. Yeah, third MVP with the Vikings. And he won 3 straight with the Bengals. So he has 6 to his name. No NFL player has ever done that in their lifetime. So that is the first player to ever do that. And let's see. Any retirements? I didn't even look through to see if we had Machado retire. I doubt it. I think he's back for another year. There he is. 91 overall. He's really fallen off a cliff here. Not really. He went down 2 overalls. But, hey, he still has no re-sign interest in us for whatever reason. We're going to do a very player-friendly deal. And he's back, finally. Doesn't have to be franchise tagged. And we have a chance to make some moves in the free agency for the first time in a few years. We have $36 million to work with. We're going to offer Eric Ortiz whatever he wants. We do a 3-year deal on him. And I think he's good. And then Eddie Estrada, we're going to let walk. And same thing with Diggs, we're going to let walk. We're going to go to the free agency period, 2039 offseason. So after this, we have 2040, 2041, 2042, 2043, 2044, 2045 left. So, and we're going to go into the free agency and look at who is here. What do we need? Let me look at my team real quick. Still a very good overall here late in the rebuild. We're at the year 2040. We have a very good team. And we still have the best receiver maybe to ever touch a football in Tony Machado. And we're going to go ahead and sim to the playoffs. I'm confident in this team. 12-5 again. We cannot get out of this 12-5 hole that we are in. But we are 12-5, and we're going up against the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to take a look at the stats. Oh, my God. Cam Lucas, 52-3. So remember what I was saying about the greatest quarterback season of all time? Yeah, that is now the greatest quarterback season of all time. He's at 2 of the best I've ever seen in my lifetime. Tony Machado, again, going off. I don't even understand anymore. I'm at a loss for words. That is the greatest Vikings. Yeah, he already has the most passing touchdowns of a Viking of all time, and he joined this team late. But Machado's at 164 receiving touchdowns, getting very close to that Jerry Rice record. If he stays another 2 or 3 years, he might be able to have a chance to do it. We signed him to a 4-year deal, and Cam Lucas wins MVP. Shocker. We're going to sim to next week and see if we can win against the Seahawks in the year 2040. Can we do it? We can. We're going against the Chicago Bears, who I believe had the 1 seed. They do. Do I go in? Yeah, I'll go in. No, I won't. We've been doing so good when I just sim. So we're just going to sim and see if we can beat the Chicago Bears. We can! We're going up against the Washington Commanders. I don't feel like going into it. We've been doing so good when I just sim the games and just go to the Super Bowl that I don't feel like going into it. And exactly my point. We could get revenge on the Baltimore Ravens here in the year 2040. Here we go. Can we get revenge on the Ravens? In the year 2040, 7-0, 14-0. Great start. 14-7, 27. Ew, we didn't get a PAT. 27 here. 28-7 here. Oh, no. 31-7. The Ravens just got blown out. And that is officially a dynasty under... what's his name? Cam Lucas, right? Is that a dynasty under Cam Lucas? Did he have? He has 3 Super Bowl wins now, right? Does he have 4? He might have 4. If he has 4, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. 4 Super Bowl wins, 7 MVPs. Actually, nah. Tom Brady still got it there. Because he is the complete opposite of that. 7 Super Bowls, 4 MVPs. If I'm not mistaken. We're gonna send him to next week and hope that Tony Machado does not retire. If he retires, the Jerry Rice record will never be broken. But I believe it will be if he stays in this league. But one's gotta hope that he does. Nothing about Machado retiring because he does not. 2040 season recap. Cam Lucas, another MVP to his name. 5-time Super Bowl champion. Minnesota Vikings. So we've done 5 in this video. I did 6 with the Giants by the year 2045. So we're going to see if we can do it now. Players ready to negotiate. We have negative $5 million to work with. Can I get any of these guys on a franchise tag? Yes, I can. It's going to be Thad Little. And we're going to send him to next season. And I don't know. I just hope that we go back to another Super Bowl. I don't even know. Machado's down to an 87 overall X Factor here in the year 2041. I'm gonna make him the starting wide receiver and see if that changes anything and make sure that he still has a good season. I'm just gonna send him to the playoffs and see what happens. Let me go 6-11. I was so confident that we were gonna make the Super Bowl again this year, but ooh, Lucas got hurt. No wonder why we went 6-11. All right, Lucas got hurt and Sheldon McDonald had to step in. That is tough. Does that mean that Machado didn't do good? 15 touchdowns, 994 yards. He's getting really, really, really close. What is he at? 179. Oh my God. He might retire. He might retire. The fact that Cam Lucas got hurt and Machado didn't break any records this season makes me think that he's going to retire. I don't know why. I just think it's going to happen. But he's about to get Justin Jefferson's record for Vikings if he stays in the league. I'm praying he stays in the league right now. 70 of the offseason, 89 overall team, and we missed the playoffs. Don't see Tony Machado. We don't see Tony Machado. Let me look at the retirements. We're good. We are good. I remember him. Dakota Colangelo. Dude, I remember switching him to right guard. He was a left tackle originally. I switched him to right guard. That is crazy. 16 years in this league. Oh my God, these people are old. All right, 2041 season recap. The Baltimore Ravens lose another one, 2 straight. And yeah, that's we're almost at the end. We're at the end of 2041. We have a lot of money to work with in the re-signed players part of this video and the free agency. So we're to see who is ready to negotiate. Oh, that's why we have a lot of money. Cam Little's up. We're gonna do a 6-year deal on him. He's back. Wow, we got a lot of people. Yeah, Cam Lucas is already gone with this team. I mean, on this team. Jalen Davis is old. I don't think he wants to come back. I don't even have the money for him. That sucks. We're gonna split up the group. I'm very sad that we have to split up the group, but we're gonna have to do it. Unfortunately, this team is gonna come crashing and burning because of that Cam Lucas signing. I probably should have signed everybody else and then franchise tagged him. That would have been the better option out of every single thing that I was just talking about. Yeah. It's my only chance to get someone. Elliot Pryor, welcome back to the team. Thank you for re-signing because you're the only other person I could probably get here because everybody else wants to leave. So we're going to go ahead and franchise tag Thad Little again and sim to the next season. Let's hope Machado stays. I won't know until the end of next season because sometimes during the draft they retire spontaneously or during the free agency. If you sign someone in their position, they retire. But hopefully Machado stays in. If he stays in, there's a really good chance to break records this season. Either this season or next season will be Jerry Rice's touchdown record if he stays in. All right. Machado is still here. I just checked. We're going to send him mid-season. Hope that he's still here by mid-season because, again, he could retire in the preseason. I've seen crazier things happen with Madden. And in real life, actually. Who was that Bills guy that retired a while ago? I don't remember his name. Right, Vontae Davis. Oh, my God. He retired at halftime, for those of you who remember that. And then, obviously, we had the Antonio Brown walkout. That counts as retirement in my book. 3 and 4 at the midseason mark. Let's see. Lucas is very good this season. Let's see how Machado's doing. Machado has fallen off. 3 touchdowns, 164 yards. But I think that might solidify him as the greatest receiver in Vikings history, even though he has such little yards this season. Nope. Very close. I don't think he's going to be able to get it this season. Fuck. Yeah, he needs 500 more yards. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to force feed this shit out of him. And the way we're going to do that is by going to the depth chart and making him my slot receiver, because I don't care. Oh, he is. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Okay. What's another way we can make him good? Wide receiver. Machado 1. Yep. We're making him wide receiver 1, and we're going to send him to the playoffs. We made the playoffs at 10-7. That's not a good sign for Machado. He probably will retire because we did good this season. Let's see how he did. 663 yards, 10 touchdowns. Very, very close to these to the reception record. He has the most receiving yards in Vikings. He has the most receiving yards in Vikings history and the most receiving touchdowns in Vikings history. He needs 9 touchdowns in the next year to get the Jerry Rice touchdown record. We're going to send him next week and see what happens. Can we win against the Cardinals? We cannot. We lose 42-24. We're going to send him to the offseason. My defense really let me down this season. I just saw in the stats that our rush yards were just off the charts, bro. We were 32nd defense in terms of stopping the run. So we were probably like middle of the pack, lower pack of the defenses total. But we only have 3 years left. Machado retires, you stupid. The Cardinals won the Super Bowl. Their first ever Super Bowl, by the way. If there was a way to convince a player not to retire, I would so do it right now to make sure Tony Machado does not retire and has the record-breaking year that he was set out to get. But he stayed in to break all the Vikings records, and he goes down as possibly the greatest receiver of all time. Would love for him to stay in another year. Just would love for him to stay in another year. He just had that down year back to back. I mean, yeah, the production really wasn't there this year, but man, if he stayed in one more year, he would have had the records. We're gonna send him to the re-sign players week. That sucks. I think he had one more year left on his contract too. So if he really filled out his contract, he would have done it. Thad Little is back. It's a good signing. Emilio Sanchez. Give him whatever he wants. He's back. Beautiful. Marcus White is back. Wow, we can re-sign everybody. We didn't have this all video. They all wanted to leave me. Now they all want to come back at the end of this video. He's back as well. Who else can we get? Devontae Bolden. And Eric Coleman is old, but I do want to re-sign him if he wants. I don't have enough money. How much money do I have? 10 mil. So I can't really get anybody in the free agency anyways. So I might as well withdraw my offer from him. And then just kind of go ahead and sign him to the franchise tag. It's a big franchise tag, but Coleman has been here for so long, there's no reason for him to walk away now. Tony Machado could have done it. Obviously, he's never going to put up the yards that Jerry Rice put up, but winning 4 Super Bowls and going ahead and getting the Jerry Rice touchdown record, that would have solidified him. In my opinion, though, he's still the most skilled receiver to ever touch the game of football. It goes Tony Machado in terms of skill, Tony Machado, Randy Moss, Jerry Rice. In another scenario, you could put Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Tony Machado, or other way around, because Machado does have the Vikings records for yards and touchdowns, and almost the touchdown record in general. And then he also had 4 Super Bowls to his name. So in my opinion, you can make the argument that he is the greatest receiver ever. But he's definitely up there, top 3, no matter what argument you have. He's got to be top 3. So as sad as it is to see him walk away, We will forever see his name in the wide receiver list right here. Tony Machado, 26,000 legacy score, and he retires. Minnesota Viking, a lifetime Viking, even though he didn't want to be. We kind of kept him here. We kind of low-key slave owners. But there he is. Cam Lucas breaks the record for Vikings passing yards in a career. Same thing with the touchdowns. We saw that a while ago. Machado, there he is. So we never had a good franchise running back, but we did set this team up for success with receivers and defensively. So say what you want. It's been a good video so far. We're advancing to the 2043 midseason. Only 2 seasons left after this to end this video. 2-5 at the midseason mark. I'm not really too concerned. We have a way to just come back at midseason and then for the rest of the season kind of start going off. Ooh, I am a little bit concerned. Lucas is starting to suck. Hey, 9-8. Like I said, we bounced back just randomly. We won the division. Oh, okay, so that's why we're in the playoffs. Machado. Oh my God, I got his name forever stuck in my head. Cam Lucas, first in yards, second in touchdowns, second in MVP as well. Very close to having another MVP season. 559 passing yards. He's getting close to breaking records all time, actually. He might be the greatest quarterback to ever touch the game of football. He's at 63,000 passing yards. Brady had 649 in his career and 89,000. So, unfortunately, we won't get to see the final part of Lucas's career because we only have a couple of years left. We're going to go ahead and sim this week against the New York Giants, who I don't even know who they have now. Probably some auto-generated person. Jackson Dart retired. And we do win. We're going to against the Los Angeles Rams. So we're going to go ahead and sim and see if we can beat the Rams in the divisional. Honestly, wouldn't be too mad if we did lose. We've come a long way. And they're going up against the Dallas Cowboys here in the championship. So here goes nothing. Simming in next week. And we're seeing if we could beat the Cowgirls here in 2043 and have a Cinderella run. We destroy them 40-27. Wow. And we're going to the... Wow, we had a really bad defense. No wonder why we did so bad. Oh, don't sim to the offseason. We're in the Super Bowl, boys. We want to go to the Super Bowl. But here we are. We're at the 2043 Super Bowl against the New York Jets. What a Super Bowl, man. Let me just see where we're at. So if I'm not mistaken, this is our 8th Super Bowl appearance of the video. And our chance to win our 6th Super Bowl, which would be pretty on par with how I did with the Giants. We had 1 less Super Bowl appearance, and we had 6 Super Bowls. So we're going to see if we could go ahead and do that. So far, so good. Oh, we didn't get to go ahead and score. 3-0 Jets. Our defense is doing somewhat good today, even though they just let up the touchdown. Our offense is the one that's struggling. We're down by a touchdown. It's 13-3. I can't speak English. 13-10 Jets are winning. 20-10 Jets are winning. And the Vikings cannot do anything. 22-10. The New York Jets will win the Super Bowl 22-10 for the first time since Joe Namath back in '69. So, hey, what are you going to do? Cam Lucas loses his first Super Bowl with the Vikings, and that now brings us to way more than the biggest Super Bowl loser ever. So yeah, we are the biggest Super Bowl loser ever, and we're getting close to the biggest Super Bowl winner ever as we got very close. Jamal Newberry, my defensive end, retired, so that is our retirement. I don't think we have any more. Nope. And we're going to go to the 2030 season 2043. Why did I say 2030? What is it wrong with me? Yeah, the Jets' second ever Super Bowl. Hey, they have a 100% win rate in the Super Bowl for everyone that wants to clown on them. All right? So leave it up to the New York Jets to get it done here in 2043. $47 million to work with, just scanning through and seeing who we have. Chad Curley wants to come back to this team, whether he likes it or not. And he's back with the team. We have Brandon Austin and Josh Chavez, who Josh says he's back with the team. Brandon Austin is a backup tight end. We're going to let him walk and experience his shot at a starting position as a tight end in the league. And we're pretty much done here. I don't know what else we have left to do with this team. We've done all we could do. We're going to franchise tag Eric Coleman. Again, he's been here forever. So we're going to go ahead and have him come back. J.D. Robinson, it was nice playing with you. for as long as we played you for, but it is over now. We're simming to the next season. This is almost it, boys. Almost it. At the mid-season mark, 3-3, so not that bad. If what's his name is still on this team, we are going up against him here in the year 2044. And no, he's gone. I think he thought it was one of our presidents for a second, and I was going to say, getting a lot ahead on that table. Here we go. We're looking at quarterbacks. Cam Lucas obviously has the most legacy of all time. And where is that guy? Rich Ferguson is on the Buccaneers. 14-3 record, our best of the whole entire video. Cam Lucas might have won MVP, but I don't think so with those numbers. We're going to see him next week in the divisional round. So yeah, that's our best record of the whole entire video here in 2044. We're going to look to see, Lucas was first in the NFL for yards. We know that. We're going to go to yearly awards. He does not win MVP. He was actually 4th in the MVP listing. We're going to go ahead and sim the week and see, can we win with our best ever record of the video in the divisional playoffs? We lost in overtime to the 49ers.
Am I reading that shit correctly? Someone retired after 4 years in the league.
Well, we're coming towards the end here of this video. We have one more season left to go. It doesn't even say that he existed on my team, so I'm not exactly sure where he was and why he retired, but maybe he had a career-ending injury. I don't even know. I don't know. We're simming to the next week, though, in the offseason here, trying to win one more before the video ends in the last year. Players are to negotiate. Earl Wilkerson is up for his contract extension. We're going to go ahead and sign that. Jorge Jimenez, we're going to accept the option on his last year with this team because everybody's last year here is the next year we're going into. Devontae Bolden wants to test out free agency. Not going to stop you. Brandon Austin, the tight end, is coming back to this organization. And we have $45 million of cap space to work with in the free agency. Eric Coleman's finally going to walk in free agency. We're just going to take a look at career stats for him real quick. So we're going to go ahead to receiving. And Eric Coleman, 6.4K yards, 54 touchdowns. So obviously never the first option, but always stepped up and helped this team win games. We're going to go ahead and sim to the next week. Enrique Alvarado is going to be a kicker that I'm just going to put my... I said that so white. Enrique Alvarado is going to be one of the people I put... Is that racist? Probably. What was I saying? Then I put my money on Marco Martinez. I'm going to put my money on as well. This is the last year, so I kind of do got to go all out here. Who is here? Eric Coleman is the best receiver in the free agency class in terms of overall, which kind of sucks. Lynn Ramsey, I'm going to put my money on. Maybe I get him. Tight end wise, I think I have a good tight end, right? Yeah, my end is pretty tight as well. Then we're going to go ahead to look through the tackles and all that. Try to get our line up as well. And then I think we're good. I think this is it, boys. This is the team we got to rock with. We're going to go ahead and sim to the free agency. I mean, sim to the next season and let the team do its drafting on its own. The final season of this franchise is here, of this 20-year rebuild. We've come to the end. It's about the same length of a recording as last time was, because I always have to step away during these 5-hour recordings, because they're the... I always have to step away during the 20-year rebuilds, because they're so long that I actually have the chance to step away. Here we go, 2045. We're still in mid-season. I'm honestly not expecting a lot from this team. We were very low overall in the year 2045. We're just going to get it done. We're 85 overall, I believe. Listen, man, it is what it is. We've had a good run of Super Bowls appearances, at least. We won 5 Super Bowls this video, 8 appearances, I believe. I think we lost 3 total, so... We've had our good run. We've had our fair share of amazing players. And this is it. Tony Machado will be the greatest receiver ever. And we're 1-6, so it's looking like this season is over and we are done. Cam Lucas, 12-2 on the year. He is going to go down as the greatest quarterback of all time. He has the greatest touchdown to interception ratio ever. And he has one of the most yards ever. So I'm going to go week by week here. Something I didn't do last video because my team was actually good going into the final season. And just see how far apart this team is from making it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. One new injury just probably put us over the edge of not making the playoffs in the final year. Again, we've seen our team go 9-8 and make the playoffs and win the division. But it's not looking good this time around, as our best tight end has gone down with an injury. Chris Curley. And here we go. One more loss officially takes us out of playoff contention. And I think that we're about to get it right here on week 10. This team just did not simulate well at the end here. Very unfortunately, we have made it all the way over here, though, to 2045. 2-8. We still have a chance. At the bye week, if we could turn it around and go 3-8, our chance is here still. Still have a chance if we can win against the Ravens. And I don't know if we lost. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This rebuild is over. I will sim to the end just for the love of the game. But let me go check out whatever the hell his name is. He still in the Buccaneers? No, he's not. Is he even in the league anymore? I honestly don't know if he is. Rich Ferguson retired as a 2-time Super Bowl champion. And he's made it to 4 in his career. And Cam Lucas, George Lucas is the creator of Star Wars, for anyone who doesn't know that, has 54,000 legacy to his name, so he's going to retire the greatest quarterback ever. He's still got a few years left, in my opinion, of balling out on this team, but we're not going to see that because I am done with this video. So we're simming to the end. I hope you guys did enjoy. A lot more action in this one than the Giants one. I did hop in a lot more than I did in the Giants, and I think I did a lot better job this time around at appearing in more Super Bowls. We appeared in one more. We appeared in one more than Giants, but we only won 5. And we won 6 in the Giants. So, take it how you wanna. I think we did a great job. 25-7 on the year. Cam Lucas, yeah, he's probably actually done. I lied. If he stays in another year or two, he has a chance to break the NFL record for passing touchdowns in a career. Probably going to take 2 more years for him to do that. But I don't know if he is going to stay in another year or two. And then we're not going to be able to see it, unfortunately. So that's going to do it for this episode of my 20-year rebuild. Again, leave it down in the comments what you guys want in the next rebuild. And I'll see you all next time. I'll go over every stat that I'm able to go over with legacy score and all that. But I just want to do my outro now. I'm going to go to the 2024 season recap. The Jets make 3 straight Super Bowls. They finally lost 1. And if you guys remember, we went to a Super Bowl in 2043. We ended up losing to the Jets. Then we went to one in 2040. We beat the Ravens. 2039, we didn't make it. 2038, we went, beat the Dolphins, beat the Colts in 2037, beat the Titans with Rich Ferguson, our former quarterback, in 2035. We lost to the Ravens in 2034. Then we had a little stint of not going to Super Bowl. 2030 was our first one at Patrick Mahomes' prime. We beat him in the Super Bowl. Rich Ferguson gave us our first ever Super Bowl. And then we made it in 2026 with JJ McCarthy, who might have been the franchise quarterback had we never traded him away. And if we won this game, we got blown out by CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans. So year by year, we did 2026 Super Bowl. We didn't make it till 2030. We won. Then we didn't make it again until 2034. We lost. Made it in 2035. Made it in 2037 and 2038. So we officially had a dynasty there at the end of the 2030s. Then we made it back in 2043 and ended up losing. So 8 Super Bowl appearances as a head coach. Thor Odinson had 5 championships, 8 appearances, and that is going to do it for this episode of my 20-year rebuild. I will see you all in the next one. Leave down in the comments down below. We're going to go over the legacy score, like I said, and I will see you all next time. Cam Lucas, 50,000 career legacy score. Tony Machado, 26,000 career legacy score as well. Jay Jetta's 16,000 legacy score. Not really any other notable players, honestly. Kind of crazy to say that, but that's going to do it. Goodbye.